Welcome back, Dungeoneers. It's Sunday afternoon, and that can only mean one thing.
What?
It's time to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Told you.
You're watching Dice and Dungeons, and I'm here at the table with...
I'm David Wong. I play Nines the Tabaxi Bard, who couldn't play an instrument until a tiny human crawled under his hat and started controlling Nines.
I'm Nicole Mays. I play Saria Ansul, who shapeshifts into a rat and controls people under their hats.
He told me he was a human.
I don't control you.
I'm playing Elixir of Health, a Furbog fighter, and I don't have a hat. So I don't have to worry.
I'm Alexis Bates, your trusty dungeon mistress, and hopefully an investor in your future band prospects, because rodents are well known for their long lives.
That's true.
We are back once again this week with a couple of announcements before we begin today's episode. First up is our ongoing sponsor, Geekified. Geekified is a tabletop gaming store out of Vinton, Iowa that takes online and in-person orders for all of your tabletop role-playing game needs. So if you're looking to pick up the latest Magic expansion set, which is Kamigawa, right?
Neon Dynasty, yeah.
Kamigawa Neon Dynasty.
Of this day.
I played the first Kamigawa set when that was released.
Yeah.
We were in high school. That was the first Magic set I ever played.
You had a snake deck.
I had a snake deck and a samurai deck.
Yeah.
So I have kind of fond memories of Kamigawa, and I'm interested to see how this set comes out.
Kamigawa was my first mill deck.
Was it?
Yep.
Was your first mill deck?
Yeah.
It was a pretty cool set back then. And it was kind of earlier days of Magic still.
Yeah.
And it was almost 20 years ago. Shit. We're old. So if you are looking to pick up the updated release of Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, you can head over to Geekified in-store or online at geekifiediowa.com and find booster packs and even single cards. So if you're interested in picking anything like that up, or any of the... I think they have almost all of the last 5 or 6 releases of... which have been in just the last, 9 months. They've released, 6 books in Dungeons & Dragons.
Yeah, they've
had a lot of content in the last 9 months
yeah.
in D&D. So if you're looking to pick up any of that, head over to geekifiediowa.com, and they will ship it right to you.
So,
Thank you, Geekified, for your continuing support. We really appreciate everything you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I can get single cards, but can I get a married card because I like to keep it spicy?
Yes.
I don't think that you can legally marry 2 Magic cards.
But you can get swinger cards if you get pendulum summon Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because it's
I
pendulum.
get it.
It swings.
Yeah, I get it.
I believe they're still... aren't they still making Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They
Still-
just came out with a digital Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like the Magic one, but
Yeah.
it's for Yu-Gi-Oh!
And I believe the game's still as dumb as it was always.
Are you saying... What are you saying is stupid about synchro summoning Elemental Hero Burstinatrix in attack mode? I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! In forever.
I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! In a long time. I sincerely hope that they changed how the game works, because it was really imbalanced.
I don't think they did.
All I want to do
Keep
is
on
launch my
trucking,
turtle
Yu-Gi-Oh.
catapult, or my Knight Rider launch from the turtle catapult into the flotation ring, and for it to actually work in the game.
The flotation ring of the Castle of Eternal Darkness. Yeah.
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 I think it was Gaia the Dragon Knight getting Dragon Turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are
Into
words. I understand every single one of them. On their
Yu-Gi-Oh!
own.
works better as an RPG than a card game, is the lesson there. And our second announcement is from Soria.
What am I announcing?
Patreon? You gonna remind folks about our Patreon?
Remember, we have a Patreon.
Give us money.
Done.
On the Patreon.
Links below or to the side.
You can support... The best way to support our show is on patreon.com/dice and dungeons. If you join, you get access to all sorts of things. Our Discord server, we run polls on what we're painting in our painting show, and at certain tiers you get to tell Alexis here what Dole might be doing when I call him, like I did last episode. You can get in the credits after the show. All sorts of stuff. We're developing it, adding stuff. We're open to feedback, everything like that. So check us out, patreon.com/dice and dungeons.
Thank you for your support.
There you go.
Please give us money.
You got it.
Just
That's what we're saying.
That was a Nines line.
Give
Without
us
the
money.
please.
We like the money. Give us Dromar amounts of money.
the $10,000 Dromar tier.
It doesn't exist.
Turn it. No.
Oh, if you did that, it would.
The turned-in Dromar tier.
Yeah, if anyone ever decides for some reason to give $10,000 a month, you can have your own tier. We'll call it the
Dromar tier.
The Dromar tier.
Or whatever you want.
Or
We'll call it whatever you
Like,
want.
we'll name it what you want.
We are easy.
We work for you at that point. Whatever.
With that, Dungeoneers, let's roll. Last week, on Dice and Dungeons, the party scoured the docks for anything that would be helpful to their journey, and after seeing some pipes connecting into the unpowered cranes above the docks, Ulseth set out to find where they might be connected to, and indeed discovered a room with many pipes and levers that seemed promising, but these were all unpowered. And so, the party followed him deeper into the city, and at these depths, they discovered the city was more ruinous than they had seen above, with water damage and caves creeping in. They made their way eventually to a room of furnaces and boilers, and together they worked, managing to achieve the correct pressure to provide power to the cranes and now fully power the docks. Feeling triumphant, the party set out to explore the last bit of the dock structure that they had not yet seen, where they found a disgusting, pulsating fungus tree. Now, Soria having entered the room to try and recover a sample for Dole, we rejoin the party, and we roll for initiative.
It's just a mushroom. We've seen giant mushroom trees before, guys.
Sorry, I told you not to go in there.
It's just a mushroom.
It smells
That smells like a
terrible.
death.
Dole said we would die.
You were talking to Dole.
We're metagaming.
Only a little bit.
It smells like we will die. And
It smells like other people
and
died.
I am wearing protective gear.
Can you pull your flaming sword out?
I need the initiative first from Soria,
9.
That's not
The best number.
and then I need it from Ulseth.
10.
so
And
close.
then I need it from Nines.
18.
Don't you remember in the pregame there was a whole forest of giant mushrooms that were totally fine?
And
What about the poison ones?
there's the captain
Those were
with
tiny mushrooms.
23. You find yourselves still standing in the hallway, Soria being the only one who has entered the room, when you are being pulled into the room by the floor.
I am?
All 4 of you are now being pulled into the room.
This might not be like the other mushroom.
And
Really?
What do you mean we're being pulled into the room?
the floor has grabbed a hold of your feet and is pulling you in.
The floor is doing this.
The floor is doing this. And you notice at this time that the floor, well, it isn't the stonework you've been walking on. It's changed to this slick, slimy, black ooze
Is there?
that's wrapping around your feet.
Do we have any chance to try and resist the pull? Or is
Yeah,
it-
you
okay.
don't. Y'all will.
Okay, good.
Everyone make a strength check here.
A saving throw or just a check?
Just a check. This is done like a grapple.
14.
Oh, geez.
14.
And if any of you are trained in athletics, you can use athletics.
Can I re-roll as athletics?
You can't re-roll, but you can use that stat.
It's the same thing.
And
9.
The result. Okay, a 9, 2 14s.
Well, I actually get 15 because I have Jack of all trades. So it adds a little.
So 9s, you and your clown shoes seem to be. You have literal clown shoes. You manage to pull up a bit, and as you do so, you notice that the hallway you are in has sealed off behind you with the same sort of black ooze. It has grown up and covered the hallway
Well, we couldn't have
passage
escaped anyway.
behind you now.
Sorry, this was a terrible idea. Why did you make
The
me do
other
this?
3 all move 10 feet closer to the tree.
You wanted to come up here with the captain alone.
Yeah, I would have. Nines would have turned around when he smelled death. He'd be like, "Oh no, Soria was
also-
here,"
Yes. Only 9s managed to resist.
and I have to walk into the room anyway, so it doesn't matter.
And it's now the captain's turn.
Can we see where we are being pulled?
Oh, you're. Well, I just told you. Towards the tree. You're being pulled towards the tree.
Well, I guess we're going to be getting up to the tree.
The captain. Let's see if he does manage to break free, and looking behind him sees that the wall has been sealed off behind 9s. And wants to put as much distance as he can between himself and this mass. So he's going to move to the far wall over there.
Like over here.
Yeah, that's about as far away as he can get. And
With it being slippery, is this rough terrain? Or are we able to move regularly on it?
you can move regularly on this. It's
Okay.
not so slick that it's really impeding your movement.
Alright.
It's more like wet pavement.
Gotcha.
And the captain draws his pistol, takes a shot at the tree, hits it, and you see the tree take the flaming bullet, and it just sort of absorbs it in, and the wound that's opened up, it just morphs around it. This is bad.
This is not a surprise that this is bad.
I'm a little surprised if I'm honest.
I'm not looking forward to this. Anyone have any ideas? 9s, it's your turn.
Well, I can't do anything right now, so I will walk into the room against my better judgment and take a look to my left.
I'm having trouble reaching.
And that was what, 10 feet?
That's
get
like
into the door.
15.
It's about 15 feet to that point.
And I see boxes to my left, right?
You actually
left.
see mostly a door, but you see a little bit of a box, yeah.
Can I get to the box?
It's like 10 feet.
You could probably get on the box, yeah.
I tried to jump onto the box.
Okay. As you do so, you notice that the box is really rickety, and it's barely holding your weight. It's really wobbly. It's not collapsing, but you can tell you can only stand on this for maybe a second or two.
That was a good effort. I would have thought of doing that myself.
I'm going to get off the box as I put my hand on it and it starts wobbling. I'm like,
Okay.
but I'll still go against as close to the wall as I can get with my 30 feet of movement.
Sure. I think you can
To
get
the-
right up next to the box. Yeah.
It's a little hard for me to reach here. Sorry. All right.
And I'm going to inspire Zoria because I don't want to get. I think we're all going to not get close to that thing. Zoria, you're inspired!
Thank you. That was an impotent gong.
Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Yes, I'm going to, probably in vain, cast Vicious Mockery on that mass. Hey, tree mushroom! I don't think you're a very fun guy!
Seems unfazed.
I'll have to think of something better. And I'm going to put my claws in the wall so I don't get pulled away. I don't think there's a mechanic for that, but that's what I'm going to try to do. And that ends my turn.
Okay. Then that brings up Ulseth. You're next.
Can I move?
I need you to make a strength check
That worked so well last time.
to see if you can pull yourself free from the tendrils.
Well, it's better. 11.
You're still firmly planted within this, and you can't pull yourself out.
Am I still being drawn toward the tree, or am I still in the same place?
For the terms of this round, like your turn, you're not moving anywhere. Cinematically, you continue to move towards this. Because each round is the same 6 seconds, so it's a little weird to try to create that cinematic sense, but that's what's happening. You're still being pulled towards it. It's not happening yet because it's not the tree's turn.
But I take my 6 seconds of failure to be strong, which is the only thing I've got going on, and look around the room to see if there's like anything to stand on that isn't rickety, or a way out,
Take
or
stock of the whole.
or a patch in the ground that isn't covered in black moving slime. Any-
Everything around you is covered in the black slime. All the floors, the lower parts of the walls, the boxes, the barrels, the crates that are in these corners. You're not 100% sure. Some look a little less rickety than others, but they're all clearly not great condition.
Is there anything else in the room? Windows, doors,
No windows.
ropes hanging from the ceiling.
There is the door. I mean, I'm not describing everything because it's a literal room that you're in. So there's a door on the opposite side that you can see because it's right there.
How well lit is this room?
It's as well lit as the other places, save for some of this growth that's covering bits of the walls. Because you've never known quite where this light is coming from in these buildings. It's more like the buildings themselves are just illuminating. So it's slightly dimmer than the rest of this structure, but still fairly well lit. Mechanically, there's nothing that's stopping you from seeing anything. Anything else you'd like to do?
I would like to run away, but I can't, so I'm stuck. No.
Okay.
Stab the darkness!
From out of the back room, through that doorway, a rat bursts forth. And,
Like that.
yep, and is right there. And it's not a giant rat. You've seen and fought giant rats before. It is a large rat, and it looks sort of mangy. It doesn't look well. And its eyes are cloudy. and loose.
Great. Zombie rats.
Sorry, it's your turn.
I see that Ulseth is not able to break free, correct? Because he's right next to me.
Yeah, he's struggling. You can also make a strength check to see if you can break free. from
May I
hold.
do something before that?
Sure. Yeah, the strength check is
Like when you tried to move?
when you try
Alright.
to move.
Then I am going to wild shape into an elk,
Okay.
which I don't know if that assists because suddenly my 2 legs are turning into 4 legs, or if I'm still technically trapped, but I will still try to break free if I am.
Since you're changing the physical shape, I'm gonna say that if you try to move, you can roll with advantage.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try and move. So I'm going to make a strength check to get free. A 6 and a 1, but it's a 9.
Best number.
You're an elk. They have hooves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of sliding on this a bit, and you're not able to get a good grip with them.
I'm gonna just... Can I turn around into the spot I am, or am I stuck in the current orientation?
You're...
I want to try and shove Ulseth out of his spot with my antlers to break him free. I'm wondering if I can crane my neck back and use my antlers to, like, pull him loose.
I would say that you could probably twist yourself around enough where he could reach out if he understood what you were doing. Which I
like that.
I'm just gonna go with I'm gonna be generous and say that you explained that concept to Ulseth before you turned into an elk.
That's what I would do, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna just be generous and put that in after the fact. We're gonna do a little bit of revision here, and
I was counting on breaking free, honestly.
I gathered that. So you can get yourself into a position. It's uncomfortable, but Ulseth could reach you, and he could grab on, and you could try to assist him.
I would like to try and yank him free.
As your action this round
Yeah.
would be to give him a chance to be pulled out through your assistance.
Or his turn.
On your turn.
Oh, okay.
You can pull him free from that hold. It won't change his positioning, but he will be able to move come his next turn. That's what I'm going to say, how this whole sequence could work here.
Okay.
And since you're the one who's doing the pulling, I'm going to say you get to roll with advantage on a strength check to pull him out, since you're doing the assisting of trying to get him out of there.
Okay. And I do that now?
Yep, do that now. And let's see what happens.
He has a flaming sword, so I'm going to use my bardic inspiration here
Okay.
to try and really actually make this work.
I hope that this works.
I mean, you don't have to roll the bardic inspiration right away.
I really needed to anyway. 1 was another nat 1, but 1 was a 14, 17 with inspiration.
Okay. You managed to pull him free of the tendrils that have grabbed onto him,
Zoria, that has worked.
and he is now free from the slime.
But I'm not.
You're not.
No. That's my turn.
Okay. Let's see here. A rat appears in front of that far one. That one over there.
This one?
Yep.
Like out of the boxes.
Yep, out of the boxes.
Okay.
This rat comes climbing out of the boxes. And then another rat from the near side.
This one.
Yep. And then another rat from next to Nines.
Ah!
Oh, you have not picked a very good spot.
Should have crushed it with the box.
and then another rat. From those boxes there. Do you want to get it?
Yeah, maybe. It's a little bit of a reach.
There we go. Now, I need...
Think about all the magic
Everyone?
items that are probably in this mushroom.
Oh no.
Oh, no, not the
Oh,
spell
no.
circle.
Oh, we're all gonna die.
The tree is going to cast a fire.
Okay.
That's only for fireballs.
Seems to be.
Just Soria.
Okay. Soria, I need you
I'm guessing
To make-
Constitution. So.
a Constitution saving throw.
Nat 20 plus 2.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay.
that was good timing.
The tree shudders and quivers, and you see there's a ripple move through its body. And out of its kind of top areas, the yellow and green line parts, you all see this cloud of dust emerge as it's... And it goes out around 30 feet from its center. And Soria is the only one within range of this. And these spores land on you and stick to you. And they sting a little bit, and you can kind of brush them off. You can tell that it hurts, but you're able to get them off quickly enough.
Good thing
Sorry,
I have fur.
You have collected your sample. Can we leave now?
That brings us back to the top with the captain.
Captain, kill the rats! I hate rats! I decided today.
Wait, what the hell was that giant poof cloud thing?
Well, that
Are
was
you
the
all right,
mushroom.
Soria?
I'm an elk. I can't talk.
Well, he can still check. You want me to kill the rats?
Yeah,
All
kill
right.
the rats!
Takes aim at the one over in this corner. That popped out of the tray. That's gonna hit the rat, and he's gonna deal... Oh, yeah, that's plenty of damage. Takes aim with his pistol, fires another flaming shot over there. It hits the rat, and it goes and bursts into this little flame poof. And you just see this, like, singed sort of remnants a couple of feet on the ground, and that's it. That was unexpected and really gross. Ew. And that's going to end his turn. Nines. That brings us to you.
Alright, we're gonna do some fantastic role playing here.
Mm-hmm.
Because the dumbest thing I could do is cast Speak with Animal to convince these rats to help us. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Wow, I wonder what's gonna happen.
I bet Mushroom is gonna
'Cause,
talk to me.
are these zombie rats? Are they undead or are they animals still? That's a good question. We'll find out.
We'll find out. So I cast Speak with Animal.
Okay.
Hello, rats! If you don't want to end up like your buddy, join us and help us kill this giant mushroom thing! No, you're supposed to say, okay, Nines, I will help you kill mushroom thing.
We are one.
Yes, one ally to help us kill mushroom.
You're not getting anywhere with this conversation.
I feel like
Not
them-
even with a good diplomacy check?
I'm not going to make you roll that, because...
Well, I wonder if these rats are infected with this mushroom. Are we able to talk to the mushroom through Speak with Animal to them?
I can ask.
But I'm just
Wait, if you're one, what do you want? I take out my knife, and I just start... I don't know, what do mushrooms eat?
this one seems to, I don't know. I'm an elk.
Just,
Elk apparently.
I don't know, just turkey stuff. Will you let me just, like, shoot
Yeah.
raw turkey,
Deli slices. of
deli
turkey.
slices, just...
Okay, you've got deli sliced turkey hitting the ground.
Food! Are you satisfied?
It is slowly moving towards the tree on the oozy ground.
You have more if you don't eat me and my friends. Well, I got 2 on my diplomacy check.
You don't sense that this is a conversation that's going anywhere.
It seems to just be a mushroom.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I would like to go to the other side of that wall as far as I can go. Because there's a door.
Like
But
over here?
I don't know, are those boxes sturdier than the other boxes?
None of these look sturdy.
Then, yeah, I'll just go over there, and I only have 1 bardic inspiration, so I'm going to hold it, and I use my action, so that ends my turn.
Okay. Well, Seth, it's you.
I'm broken free. Huh?
You are.
I pulled you loose.
So when we rolled initiative, did I have time to draw my weapons, or do I have to use an action to even get my weapons out now?
I'll say that you could use your bonus action to draw your weapons.
I don't know if those rats are a problem or not.
Well, they go poof pretty fast,
Yeah, they're not very helpful.
but if they're infected, rats already carry plague. I don't know if they can carry mushroom plague with them.
And I can move 30 feet.
Yep.
I don't want to
You
abandon
can-
Zoria.
I'm an elk, I'm fine. I have 50 feet of movement once I break free. You can get that rat that's behind you.
Yeah, I'll attack the rat.
And then you can always move after that.
It's like
Yeah.
5 feet to get to.
So
Okay.
I had raised my, and if its AC is less than 6, I have a chance.
And you use your bonus
Okay.
action to get your weapons out, right?
Yeah, I did. I had
Yeah.
to,
Okay.
because otherwise I wouldn't have any weapons
Yeah.
out.
Yep.
But I didn't have flame on. That takes another thing.
That's a bonus action as well.
Yeah. So this is unflamed.
Flame off.
It's just a regular rat, basically, though, right? Like, it's not.
We don't know that.
17.
Well, I meant like size-wise. You said it was like it's like
big.
that big.
It's a big, but not giant. 17.
Yeah, they're just kind of large rats.
Okay. Yeah.
17
It's not,
hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
7. 7 slashing damage on the rat.
You bring your sword down and turn the rat into sort of a rat paste. And
it wasn't very structurally sound.
no.
No. So
It,
I've moved, what, 5 feet?
Yeah.
So I can use the rest of my movement. I use the rest of my movement to go toward the door.
This door,
Yeah, I can see the door.
like here, then.
So I have 25 more feet. I
how
think.
close do you want to be
Yeah,
to
you're
the
going to
tree?
go right
Yeah,
towards the tree.
we do know the tree has a big AOE thing.
Okay, just go straight.
Like,
Yeah, there.
all right.
Okay, and I've used my. Yeah, I don't need to use my action surge at this point. The rats don't seem to.
Okay.
I informed the party that the rats do not seem to be a real serious problem. If you don't get bit by them and turned into a zombie fungus monster.
Another rat emerges behind the one in the doorway there.
Another rat pops out of the boxes.
the
This
doorway.
doorway. Over here.
I thought you said the boxes behind the doorway. Like, so is it like?
Behind the rat that's currently in the doorway. And sorry, it's your turn.
First things first, I try to break free.
Okay.
Do I still have advantage as an elk, or is that gone?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you still have advantage because you have 4 legs and 2 are free.
It's a strength check, right? Not a save, so 12.
You're still stuck in the ooze, and you now move. I should have moved you already. You move 10 feet closer. That's my bad.
Can I use my full action to try and break free?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can make another attempt.
There's a nat 20.
I'll allow that one. Popped out of the box, but I'll allow it.
That's another nat 20.
Wow.
That'll show her. So there, huh?
I mean, I already said I was going to allow it.
I know, but I want to be fair.
Yeah, but she confirmed the crit.
That just means when it pops out of the box and it's a bad roll, I don't have to use it, too.
That's right.
If we're gonna... yeah.
Well said. You are now free. You have no movement this round,
Yep.
and you've used your action. You still have a bonus action if you'd like to use it for something.
Elks don't really have bonus actions, so I'm done.
Okay. The first rat in the doorway, moves 10 feet closer to the tree. And so do all of the others.
I get the feeling that, okay, they're ignoring us and going to the tree.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably not good.
And a new rat spawns on those far crates. You want me to get it?
I can get it.
Oh, do you think that if they feed the tree, it will be bad?
Probably.
And
Since they're ignoring us.
let's see here.
I don't think Ulsath's in it.
Ulseth's still just outside. You're in the safe zone. I need a Constitution saving throw from Soria.
18?
Again, another cloud of spores comes raining down from the tree.
What color are the spores?
Gray.
Oh, so I'm like a gray elk now.
Pretty much, yeah. And you can tell they burn a little bit, but you managed to get them off.
Does this affect the rats in any way?
Doesn't seem to.
That's a great idea. We'll make cloak out of rats and we'll be immune.
Alright, you start skinning. I mean...
I can understand you.
Oh, right, you have speak with animal. I'm
Yeah.
Still on for
Yeah.
quite a while. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
We can just talk normally.
But I'm an elk. Alright.
Sorry-roo! What's going on?
Scooby-Doo.
So I'm broken free though, right? Just to remember, finally.
You
Okay.
are broken free.
Just...
And that brings us back to the top with the captain. You want me to kill rats? Is that still my goal?
Kill rats and let's go towards that door, because, bullets don't work on it.
Which door?
The one that we didn't come from.
Alright, that's fine. And
Clear path for me, Captain.
the captain takes aim at the rat that's closest to him right now.
The one over there.
Yep. And that... that just barely hit, so it was a pretty crappy shot. Fires another shot with his pistol, strikes the rat, poof, just little feeties left on the ground in a kind of goo pile. And then he moves 30 feet towards the door. I apologize for the scale of the map, apparently. Nines, it's your turn.
I'm going to go towards the door. And I can get right up to...
Yeah, that's 25.
Can I... If I sidestep in, is that rat going to try to attack me?
You might, if it can attack, that one would get an attack of opportunity if you wanted to get in there. If it attacks. They don't seem to have paid attention to us yet.
I'm going to, attempt to go into the door and see what happens.
Okay.
Just put
You
there
go in the
for
door,
easy.
and I'm gonna reveal a little bit more of this. That room, you can see that there's another door, and you're in a hallway here. That door in the far end, you can just barely see inside the room. It seems to be lit in similar conditions to what you have in this room out here, but And the door's kind of partially closed, so you can't see all that much in there.
Yeah, I'll just leave it as is, and I'm going to turn around and stab that rat with my rapier.
This one.
Yes.
Okay.
And that is a 6.
Total?
Yes, I rolled a 2.
All right. You miss.
It is a small rat compared to the rapier.
It's the rat's fault.
Yes,
Yes, this rat sucks.
it does.
Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm going to sulk.
All
Bonus action sulk.
That's a sulking is a free action.
Oh, well, then I sulk, and
All
then I
the
end my turn.
Ulseth, it's your turn.
Moving to that spot, just like, so it's diagonal to the rat and to the tree. Basically straight forward.
Here?
Yeah. I yell, flame on.
With your bonus action.
All right.
This is so dumb.
You don't have to use that as your activation word.
You don't?
Well,
I've been going all this time.
I say that to
saying,
nines.
saying that I have to say flame on to the sword.
Soria says
and
that.
you tell me now that I don't have to.
Technically, all you heard was a but nines heard me say you don't actually need to use that as your.
I like my flaming sword and attack the tree. I'm
Okay.
attempting to cut as much off as I possibly can.
All right.
Lop off one of
I'm
those.
gonna lop off something with my flaming sword.
Okay, go ahead.
20.
That hits.
Okay. So I do tree
Tree damage.
tree damage.
Mushroom damage.
I do quite a bit. I do 10 slashing damage and 7 flaming damage.
17 altogether?
17
Okay.
flaming slashing into the tree, trying to at least cut off a sample for Zoria, if nothing else.
All right.
A charred sample.
You take a good swing into it, and similar to the captain's bullet that he fired in there, you take out a good chunk. It's sort of evaporated with the flame, and it congeals around the wound. That's what happens.
So the part I cut off disappeared.
You burned it up.
Okay.
I mean, your sword is on fire.
Well, there's
Yeah,
that.
you said flame on.
So
So then I use my offhand and use it to attack the rat that's right there next
You
to me.
used your bonus
Yeah.
action to flame
Oh, I
on.
did.
unless you want to use action surge, you won't be able to make a second
just for
attack
the
this round.
rat. I don't know. We don't know what happens when the tree eats the rats.
Maybe they just become friends. Maybe that's what the mushroom wants, is just friends.
Okay.
No, we're all one friend.
Yeah, just
I-
one friend.
I'll,
If everyone is the same person,
used-
we're all friends.
10, 15, 20.
If everyone's exactly like me, we'll all be friends.
Oh no.
That's what
I
the
use-
mushroom
I
is
use
right
it.
now.
I use what's left of my action. I have 10 more feet to move up to the door. Just parallel to the rats.
Like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
And I don't move out of any of the rat ranges.
Is there any attack of opportunity from the tree?
Nothing moves to attack Ulseth.
I mean, I feel like you're actually
I'm in
safe from
spore
the tree.
range, so I'm still in spore range.
Ulseth, he's wearing protective armor.
You are wearing a mask that might give you advantage or something on this
Yes, if you
point.
wear your mask, you get advantage towards
Always
things that you
remember.
can breathe in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember
Always
that.
remember any airborne pathogens. You get advantage on saves if you wear a mask.
We'll find out.
Another rat emerges from that nest over there.
This one?
Yep.
That's the third one to come out of there.
Yep.
I say we
This is
just
a real
get in
bad-
here
Sorry,
and shut
it's
the
your turn?
door.
It's my turn? Mm-hmm. Alright, so I've seen 3 rats come out of there.
Yes.
Can I say something with my incredible insight to 9s at least, and as a free action?
Yeah, you
Alright.
would know that he cast Speak with Animal.
Yeah.
Or do you think I just yell at rats for no reason?
I mean, she probably thinks both.
But But I want the rat to understand me.
They're not mutually exclusive ideas.
I think we need to destroy the nests. More rats keep coming out. And as I say that, since I have... so these are regular sized rats. I have two options I want to do here, but I want to see which one, if one is feasible.
Okay.
I want to charge this pile of boxes here and destroy them with my big ol' antlers.
Okay.
Can I trample this rat on my way there? I have 50 feet of movement, but I don't know rules-wise if that's allowed.
I think the rules would technically say no, but I often try to interpret the rules to a slightly more cinematic degree.
And I could give him my bonus action maybe to do it.
If you were trying to make an attack with your sort of antlers and charging the rat, I'd say give up your bonus action. But instead, what I'm going to say is, you're going to make an attack roll at disadvantage against that little guy.
As I pass over.
As you pass over.
Okay.
And that little guy's going to get a chance to save. That's going to be what happens.
All right, so I'm making a disadvantage. I'm guessing this is a hoof attack since I'm
This is a
trampling.
hoof attack.
Uh,
So we're going kind of off rules script
That's
here,
an
and I'm
11.
interpreting an 11. Okay. The rat manages to dodge out of the hooves.
But-
Rolled a nat 20 on a reflex save.
nice.
So
But-
you don't get the rat, but
Ah.
you do charge those boxes.
And I'm doing a charge action because I was able to
Yep.
move 20 feet that way. So I make an attack, a ram attack against
Against the boxes.
the boxes. I want to destroy the rat nest.
Okay, I didn't know you needed to roll a...
Do I roll an attack on it?
Yeah.
Okay. 23 to hit.
That will hit.
And because I'm doing a charge, it does extra bludgeoning damage. 13 bludgeoning damage, and it has to make a DC strength save or be knocked prone. Technically, but it's a box.
So you go crashing into this structure, and you find little resistance in it. It's pretty hollow, empty, rotted out. You go crashing right in there. Go ahead and get rid of the boxes and stuff. That's all gone. It's decimated on the ground. Nothing but splinters at this point.
It's become debris.
And you
Detritus.
and you are in the corner.
Yeah, I just went
You're
straight.
all the
In
way in
this
the corner.
corner!
Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
That's everything.
Okay.
I can.
Then the rats in sequence here. The furthest one up,
This one?
yep, moves towards the tree, moves 10 feet and gets to the tree. And the tree it sort of envelops the rat with its roots.
Should I remove it?
Yep. And the rat seems to just disappear into the tree's structure. Then the other two rats, they each move 10 feet towards it and reach the tree and are also
Absorbed.
absorbed. And that rat moves 10 feet towards it. And so does that rat next to Ulseth.
Do we notice any change in the tree?
Does
after
Ulseth get
And-
an attack of opportunity?
Ulseth gets an attack of opportunity, still
Awesome.
has his reaction, if he wants to use it on the rat.
Yes. Eating rats, I mean, it can't be good, right? Otherwise, why would this be happening?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. 19 plus, that's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
This will be unnecessarily brutal.
It's just a little guy.
All it wants to do is just, help Nines play some instruments. Sit under his hat, pull his hair.
I said a little man.
9 slashing damage and 11 fire damage.
The rat turns into a little poof of smoke, and all that's left is some ooze. Well, you just got that knife, Nines. It makes a whole bunch of food. You need someone to help teach you how to cook. What better than a rat?
No, I don't need to cook. I can just make raw materials and then sell it.
And that's where the rat comes in, to help turn that into...
First off, I don't think Soria likes to be called a rat.
I turn into rats sometimes.
So
But you don't like to be called a rat.
Then...
Did we notice any change in the tree after it ate the rats?
She was about to get to that?
Yep.
Okay.
And
Now that
she'll say no.
The rats have taken their turn to move towards the tree and have been absorbed. This is the sequence of events. Another rat appears behind Nines.
Like here?
Yep, in the other doorway.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Then another rat appears in front of each of those boxes.
See, yeah, these are rat nests, and they're gonna just keep spawning out of them. But one didn't appear here,
Nope.
right? Yeah.
Nope, it did not appear next to the rat nest that you trampled.
Just destroyed.
There's a lot of goo under your feet right now.
Their
under your
hooves. Yeah.
There's a lot of gray material that's got some fur and other things
I'll
in
get
there.
a hoof of cure later.
It smells horrid. Then the tree quivers a bit, and you see new material. Like, you can actually see new material being added to its base.
So it's growing.
And its branches grow just a little bit larger, and its base is sort of recovered a bit, it seems. It's generating new material as it's absorbing these rats, is the conclusion you can reasonably come to. And let's see who's in blast radius.
I know who.
Captain and also.
Yeah, the captain and Ulseth. I need a constitution saving throw from each of you.
Does Olsef get advantage since he's covered?
No.
No, from
I'm
the
wearing a
Oh.
protective suit.
You are wearing a protective suit, but PPE all has its purpose to protect you from certain things. The PPE you wear in a foundry is different than the PPE you wear in a surgery room.
That's true.
You're not necessarily protected from what this is doing.
Obviously not.
That wasn't a good roll.
That wasn't good, no. It couldn't have gotten worse, could it?
It really couldn't have.
No, it couldn't
What's the
have.
result?
Well, with my bonus, 5.
Okay.
With your is it
The-
a save though? So it's 7.
Oh.
The
isn't it?
captain,
Constitution saving throw. Oh,
Yes.
sorry, 7.
the captain goes, brushes the spores off as quickly as he can. Now, Ulseth, you take
Damage.
2 damage from the spores, and
What sort of damage is it?
Spore damage.
it is poison damage.
Poison. I'm just curious.
Yep. You are now... there is no token here, but you are now infected. And you feel your brain begin to fog. And you start to lose senses. You're not sure what's happening as you sort of lose control of your own movements. To your companions, who only Nines can see this right now, based on the way everyone's facing and positioned, your eyes become clouded over, and you sort of slacken your stance.
You need some oregano.
And that brings us to the captain.
Nines, did you tell everyone to destroy the nest like I said?
What? No, I wasn't paying attention. Hey, Captain!
Yes.
Shoot those barrels. We think rats are coming out of them, because we've seen rats come out of them.
You want me to shoot the barrels?
Yeah, shoot the barrels.
Alright. It takes aim.
Preferably thing that makes them
You
blow
see
up.
you see his gun charge up, and as you've seen in the past, a large ball of fire is generated at the tip of the barrel. And he just goes, I love it when this happens. Looses a shot, and the chests and boxes over here close. I'm gonna get them because they all go poof as they are distorted in a fiery mess. And like that, is that what you were hoping?
Yes, that was great, even though I couldn't see what you did.
Yes. Well, that's slightly less exciting, isn't it?
But it sounded cool.
No one was looking.
It was cool. I see
So
an
you said it was cool.
I'm an elk. I see in all directions, basically.
And the captain then backs up outside of Spore range,
Like next to this rat.
kind of next to the rat, yeah. And that ends his turn. Nines, it's your turn.
Hey, Olsef, how are you doing?
Can I talk?
You cannot respond.
No.
You hear it, but you cannot will yourself to speak.
Is that you trying to will yourself to speak? I am checking something here. Now, I got a good look at one of the rats, and I saw its eyes, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And is Olsef looking at me? And can I see the same thing?
Ulseth isn't looking at you. He's sort of staring off into space at the moment, but you can definitely see that his eyes are glazed over and just milky white right now.
Can I... I'll take 5 steps over and shake him.
Okay.
Olsef?
You're shaking Ulseth.
Sorry, I think there's something wrong with Olsef.
What's wrong with all stuff?
Well, he's got that dye thing that the rats have.
Oh, he's probably infected.
What do I do about that?
Like the rats. Do you have any magic?
Yes, but not infection-removing magic.
Could take out his brain.
What would that accomplish?
You're an elk. You can't be talking.
No, I can talk.
He
about
has
it.
can talk
speak
with
with
animals.
animals. That's why we're
That's-
chatting.
Yeah, we've
That's why
covered
we
that.
have all that time.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I
let's-
would need to do a
What
long
do you want to
inspection.
do?
Let's Hail Mary this. Hey, Olsef! I think you should, just do what I want you to do. Right, wait. Hey! Plant thing! I think you should let me control Olsef for a while! As I cast Suggestion at it.
You see no effect.
Well, that's the great thing about Suggestion. You don't know if it has an effect. That's like, with the door that's over behind me,
Yeah.
is there still that black stuff on the ground that goes there? Does it end somewhere in that hallway?
No, the black stuff continues into that room.
And there are rats coming through that
Yeah,
door.
can I close that door? Can I walk
can-
over
You
there?
haven't tried, but you
would-
can certainly use your movement to knock Ulseth over and then head back.
What's the worst thing that can happen? And as if it counts as movement, I will try to close the door.
Yeah.
If not, I will just go there because I don't want to turn out like Olsef.
Okay.
Because that's your brain on spores.
You can close the door.
I attempt to close the door.
Okay. It's closed.
There, I did my part. I yelled at the plant. I
Latches
shook
in
Olsef,
place.
and I closed the door. What was that?
It latches in place. The door's closed.
Well, then I end my turn.
Okay.
I did it. I accomplished something.
Ulseth, you move 5 feet towards the tree.
No, go other way.
I then need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
yeah, maybe this will
Not be
be
a
a
1
1.
plus 6.
Friggin' +6, and I can't get more than a 7. Well, this time it's better. 22.
You come back to your senses and you feel pretty sick right now. You take 2 more points of poison damage, and you really don't feel good. You're a little unsteady, but you have control of yourself back again.
I can move? I can do things?
You have limited movement. You have only 10 feet of movement right now, but you, other than that, have control over yourself again. But there may be some deleterious effects lingering for a little bit.
So I need to ask about some items I have.
Mm-hmm.
I have this thing called Elixir of Health.
Mm-hmm.
Does that do anything about... What do I know about it?
You know that it should heal you.
Because it's called an Elixir of Health.
Yeah, but you haven't actually studied all that much.
No, I haven't.
About it.
I'm not
So
good
you
at
don't
studying
know
health
all that much about Elixir of Health.
You could definitely just drink it and see what happens.
Well, I'm going to move my whole 10 feet into the doorway. No, stay in there, like that part of the... Well,
You're very tall.
You could, if you want to be basically in the door frame itself, you can be, but the models in the door
okay,
frame,
well,
like,
move
they
me
don't perfectly match.
The inside of the hallway, then.
Like that.
Yeah, but basically I'm
You're like in the doorway. Yeah.
Well, Seth, are you back to normal yet?
Even with a physical
No.
plane,
I do
nothing can
not-
be perfect.
I
and
do not feel very well at all. I do not know what happened. I felt... I drink... I have 2 of these. I think it is time to use one. I will drink an Elixir of Health.
As you somewhat wearily head down your elixir,
Minty.
you feel strength returning and your nauseousness and dizziness dissipate.
It is better.
You feel, other than the sort of emotional weariness from your experience, you feel physically the same as before.
Do I get my health points back?
You don't get your health points back.
No. I say, I would recommend not being hit by those spores.
Yes, that's why I'm running away from it.
Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No,
Soria, it
that
is
was
your turn.
enough. That was awful.
I will turn as an elk and go. I can charge all the way into those boxes.
Okay, make the attack roll. Let's see what happens.
Not 20.
All right.
Okay,
You are
Dromar.
You really hate those boxes.
You do very well as an elk. Earlier, you all had asked me, like, what my favorite character of all of yours is, and I said, and you'll remember this, Soria as an elk. This is why. Because elk Soria just runs around with her antlers just smashing the shit out of everything in her way.
25 damage. And it has to roll strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
So all those boxes go, and
Does it like splash kill this rat next to me because of how cool it was?
it doesn't splash kill the rat next to it. No. But it does just,
And I'm like in the corner now.
yeah. You had to sort of do the full 4-leg stop as you're running into this thing.
Can I actually have run through and like ran up the wall and done a flip as an elk?
With a nat 20.
Roll
Uh,
an acrobatics check.
as an elk.
Yeah.
No.
No, it's out of the
Oh,
box.
it was out of the box.
It's out of the box.
Thank you. 12.
You don't manage to, like, do the sort of
Awesome.
Deion Sanders run up the wall flip kind of
Uh-huh.
thing. But you do, manage to do the, go up the wall and kind of pop back down and flip yourself around. So that's pretty cool.
All right, not as cool.
Isn't that like, you didn't, as an elk, do a flip in the air, but you did a pretty cool move.
Nines, did you see that?
Oh, nice.
How would I see that?
I'm in the doorway. Did I see it?
I've been busy shutting
you
doors.
You saw some action over to your left that was just unbelievable, and you're not you think
It might be
saw
the
an
after
elk
effects.
kind of do a flip. You're not sure if it was real or not.
I do
about
not
the
know if that
captain?
was real or not, but I saw a very impressive elk thing happen.
I understood that.
Wow.
Because I can understand.
Am I
you.
having after effects?
All right.
that elixir was better than the spores.
The two rats over there,
The two
Yep.
far ones, yeah.
they each move 10 feet towards the tree. And that rat turns around and sort of is guarding the tree. The other rat moves 10 feet closer. Then, the two that are in this hallway here,
There's only one.
just one? I thought I had two.
Are there supposed to be two?
One of them was.
I thought there was two, but there's just one. That's fine. Move it closer, 10 feet.
Was it in my range?
Yeah, it was.
I'm gonna try to hit it.
Stab it with your rapier.
Stab with my rapier.
Let me see, pokey
Okay,
stick.
that one might actually hit. That's a first for me. That's gonna be a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
Now to do 3 damage. Okay. Oh yeah. No, actually I was right. 3 damage.
You skewer the rat on the rapier, and you kind of pull it back out, and just a whole bunch of goo comes with it, and the rat just deflates.
Ooh, I saw that.
And you
That was a balloon
and you
pussy
both
rat.
smelled it. I need both of you to
That was
make
not
a
good.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Oh
really?
no. 18.
17.
You both resist the urge to double over keeling, because the smell is the most vile thing you have ever smelled.
So I just.
And
You're saying-
Nines has smelled his own bathroom.
So I smelled the world.
Yep.
The world is your bathroom.
Then another rat emerges from over there.
This far one.
Yep, that far one. And is there a rat next to the
Captain?
Yeah,
Yep.
that one moves, and the one that's next to Soria moves
And
in
we
too.
both make attacks of opportunity.
Yep.
Awesome.
Go ahead.
What do I want to attack with? I'll make this attack with my hoof. It'll be easier for me. Dirty 20.
Yeah, that'll hit. Go right ahead.
Seven bludgeoning.
You now have rat goo on your hoof.
Already did.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as well.
6.
You start throwing up a little bit as an elk and take
Oh, I just made that potato leek soup.
4 damage from it.
Well, Seth, what do you see out there?
I see that Zoria elk smushed a rat, and that one of the rats reached a tree but did not get eaten. It is turned around and is facing
The
another rat.
rat
What's that
over by the
vomiting noise I
captain
hear?
Gets flamed into a little crisp from one of his shots. And then Nines, you hear a lot of scratching at the door behind you, and the door begins to shake and shudder and start to splinter.
Olsef, we're gonna have a problem.
And now,
What is the problem?
is there anyone in range of the tree? I don't think there's anyone in the range right
Don't
now.
think so.
I think we started to learn something about this tree.
Yeah, also it's definitely not.
I don't see anyone in range. So the tree sends out no spores, and that brings us to the captain. What? Well, what am I doing?
Destroy the other nest and then get in here.
All right. Takes aim. And fires a shot that surprisingly goes wide and hits the wall next to it. Sorry, I'm getting a little queasy in here, I think. And do you want me to try to join you all in there?
Wait, are we trying to kill the tree or run away from it?
I think kill it.
So much work.
I mean, we could try and run away, but why wouldn't it have just done its black ooze wall on the other side?
We do not know. We have not been on the other side.
And I shut the door.
You're talking like an elk. I don't know what you're saying.
No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, because you can understand me.
I'll just stay here then. Ninth, it's your turn.
You said the door is splintering?
The door is beginning to splinter behind you.
Can I see through the door? Do I see anything, or is it not breaking through the door that much?
It's low by the base. This is splintering. And you hear the clawing, nibbling of little tiny creatures.
Do you have a flask of oil?
That's a good question. I don't think I do, actually. I could just jam my crowbar underneath and just like, get away.
Why do you want to let them in?
I don't want to let them in. That's why I'm trying to tell them to get away.
Oh,
Well, okay, if I get down, can I see their legs? I just want to know if I can make any sort of line of sight with it.
You can see their legs a little bit. Yeah, it's not a perfect seal with the door. You can see their legs kind of clawing and grasping at this door frame. Yeah.
Okay, then I can see the creature, and I will catch. Well, I'll take a step back because they do smelly things.
And you are pretty certain there's more than one there. Just so you know.
Well, I'm just gonna look at one, and hey, rat! You suck! Quit trying to break down door.
Is there any intelligence requirement on Vicious Mockery?
Not for vicious mockery.
Okay.
It just has to survive a 14 wisdom save.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
It worked.
Get ready to explain how this is going around.
You know, sometimes you can't.
Well, I
What was
did
the
3 damage, and I just want to say the other rats said they were 1, so presumably
Shouldn't affect
they
all.
all got psychic damage.
Unfortunately, that's not how it works, but good attempt. This is a
There
solid
was
attempt.
an attempt.
Yeah. I appreciate the argumentative effort. Solid A for effort there. You see the rat just sort of curl up and stop moving, and then slowly disappear behind others.
So there's a lot of rats on the other side.
but
But I killed one of them!
You made one go away
Yes!
by calling him suck.
Yes, he suck!
Huh.
And I take another step away from the door, as I'm now afraid of the door.
I think
All right.
we need to sort out this rat situation over here, too.
Yeah.
Well, I bought us some time.
Perhaps the
And we
captain
can buy
can-
more time if we shut the other door.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Like, Dolsef, do we want to shut this door too?
The captain and Zoria are still in that room.
No, I mean, we go to that side, and we stop the rats from going into the room with the tree.
You want to go back into the other room?
Yes?
I stay where I am.
Okay. Well, I ended my turn, so.
Okay. It's your turn, Ulseth.
Zoria, Captain, once you have destroyed that other nest, come join us in the hallway and fight off the splintery rats. No reference to other show.
Anything else that you'd like to do on your turn?
No, I'm pretty worthless right now. I'm just going to stand in the doorway and protect it.
Okay.
No, wait.
Go to the
No,
other
I'll
door.
go.
You have something you
I'll
can
go-
put in front of the door.
I'll go around. I'll go around nines. And what do I have?
Do you have oil? Am I the only one who carries oil?
No, I have a flask of oil,
You think nines would carry oil?
You probably used it all
but I have no idea why I would use it. So
to burn the rats.
they haven't come through yet.
I mean, set a trap, but I'm an elk. You can't
No, you
understand
can't
me.
do anything, no.
I mean, I can be an interpreter, and you just have to hope I say.
And I'm
what I
yelling
need
as
to.
an elk from around the corner.
Nines, is there anything you wish me to do other than protect you from rats breaking through the door?
Well, yeah. Don't you have something you can put in front of door that's sturdier than door? Get Soria in here with one of those shields she got. She got shields, right?
I pile 50 feet of 1-inch rope, which I happen to have a lot of, and jam it right across the door, across the bottom, like a bulwark.
So you're.
Okay. Sure.
I mean, they're only like chipping away at the bottom of the door,
Right.
so I should
Yeah.
be able to make a thing about 18 inches high and 12 inches deep with my rope. At least that big. That's what I'm aiming for. A solid rope.
Sure. You accomplish as close as you can to that under a 6-second time constraint, which basically comes down to
I put a dump of rope on.
Thank God that rats can't chew through ropes.
this is
Good
Slow
rope,
them
though.
down.
this is always the thing between a player like I'm going to make this very carefully crafted thing, and the DM going, you have 6 seconds.
Yep.
Rope.
You-
Shove a pile of rope
I
It's
next.
a
use a
block.
second to drop the rope and 5 seconds to push it into shape.
You're a college student getting ready to hide smoke from your dorm room.
yeah, that's about what it is. Just get the towel under the towel.
And then I go, I am wondering why we decided to run through this door as opposed to running away.
We can't throw it away.
The other door was blocked. Remember?
It was just blocked with goo.
Yeah, goo that grabs you.
Grab
Grab
goo.
Grab goo.
Grabbed by the gooeyes.
Well, then we must have had a very good reason. I hope this rope holds. I put my foot on the rope.
Sure.
Pushing it up against the splintering door parts.
All right. Then I'm gonna say it's Soria's turn now.
All right. I need to. Okay. I can move this far as an elk, so I'm gonna charge that rat because I can't quite reach the boxes.
Go ahead.
Not one. So a total of 6.
So an elk
You-
slides across the floor.
The rat dodges out of the way there, and that brings up the other rat's turns. The one that's next to the tree moves 10 feet towards closer to you, Soria, where you're sitting.
Like
Where
that.
you, Nicole, are sitting.
Oh,
is what I mean.
like here.
Yep. And then that rat moves 10 feet to the tree. And the rat that's beside you moves 10 feet. And it, while doing so, is going to bite at you.
And I can retaliate because it moved out of my range, right?
What's your AC as an elk?
13.
Well, how about that? That hits. How unexpected. It bites you and deals 1 damage.
And I get to
And you get to
stomp
make
at it.
Yeah, you get to make a stomping.
10. 10 AC. It's a regular rat.
It. Yeah, actually, you managed to hit it.
Nice. I was hoping it had like 10 AC.
So can you only roll like under 5 or a 20?
Yeah, that's the roll. 8 bludgeoning damage as I stomp it.
You squish, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. Not bad. 19.
You manage to resist the sickening urge that's creeping over you, and you have that sort of like shudder when something really disgusting happens. You're like, "Ugh," and you are grossed out, but otherwise okay.
I'm glad it's happening to this elk and not me.
Then a new rat emerges next to you from that nest, and
I just squished you.
and rats now come pouring through the door over there. I don't have enough rat figurines to show this. So we're going to be using some substitutes, which are rats, although they don't look like them. So go ahead and place the 2 rats that we have.
So they finished breaking through the door and gnawed through.
There's a lot of
foot
rats.
Of
It's a lot of rats.
heavy
and
rope that was being
Yeah.
held down.
See, I said we should go through the door and then just close the other door.
The ropes aren't necessarily a deterrent. What you did is you put a small hill in front of them. You went, and the rats went, I'll climb over that. They didn't go through it. They just went over it. So now you have rats swarming around the base of your feet.
Are they in the room or are they in this side?
Oh, they're in the room.
Okay.
There are 4 more rats that have poured through.
These are rats.
Yep, they're rats. They don't look quite like rats
Okay, so
because I ran out of rat figures. There's too many rats for this.
well, the door bursts open. Does that mean we can now see inside of it? Or
The like bottom third of it has now just been crumbled and clawed away, so you can kind of see.
What do I see?
At least
Under-
your rope
under
is
the
safe.
door.
You can pick it up later.
Yeah, I can take my rope with me because they didn't bother eating.
You
it or
mostly
anything.
just see the floor. You're 7 foot tall. You're looking at like a
ate something.
you
but
know.
still, yeah.
2-footish gap, and you're looking down. You don't see much else other than floor.
And I see a bunch of rope and rats.
Yeah. They're around your feet, too.
Ah! I hate this.
You're a cat. You must be good at catching these.
Not the vomit rats that make people vomit.
You do not want them for lunch, then.
Are they saying anything?
They're not saying anything. Anything else? Think that's the end of that. So, the tree doesn't have anything to do right now, and it's now the captain's turn. I hear a lot of scurrying noises in that room. I'm gonna assume that that's to be expected and everything's fine, right?
Oh yeah, we're doing great. And you can't
Yeah,
destroy
yeah.
that nest, please.
Sure. I'll give it a shot.
Well, he doesn't
An
have a gun.
actual shot.
This time takes a shot, and his aim is better. His bullet pierces a crate, but it only crumbles a little bit, and about half the nest still stays standing there.
You are a
I'm
captain
gonna-
without a name.
Yes.
Yes, if you are done failing in your efforts to destroy the rat's nest,
You didn't
You
see
don't know
that.
any of this. You're surrounded by rats in a different room.
we are surrounded by rats in a different room. Can you come to our assistance, please?
Sure. And he moves into that room now. Yeah, he
lots of
basically makes
rats
it
in
into
here.
the doorway.
That's about his movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now
As
he's
you
in
can
there.
see, there are many rats here.
Nines, it's your turn.
I would like to go to that door and open the door and see what's in this room where rats are pouring out of.
You have to climb over a bunch of rats to do that.
How tall are these rats?
Well, these ones are like 20 feet tall.
The ones that you're facing are about 6 feet tall, and like, hey, how's it
mean,
going?
So you're-
They're rats. They seem rather distracted. Can I navigate past the rats?
They aren't moving for your footsteps, so why don't you make an acrobatics check to see if you can move through this, swarming mass of vermin.
I got a 17.
You're able to tiptoe carefully enough towards the door without tripping over the swarm.
And I push the door open.
Okay.
And what do I see?
Apparently a bit of loose wall. In this room, you see more rats' nests and more ooze on the ground moving. It's like the other room, a little smaller, more rats' nests.
I'll go into that room and... Do I see a rat? Are they just pouring out, or just see the...
Right now, you see the only rats that are currently visible are the ones that have broken through the door.
Now, I don't think I can mock those boxes, because it's not a creature.
They are not a creature.
I could probably absolutely destroy them if I threw this flash grenade.
Yeah, it has a concussive element.
And there's nobody else in there, that little room with the rats, that would mind at all, no.
Actually, how far away does my vicious mockery look here? How far away is... I can't see the rat behind that, the mushroom, can I?
The rat behind... No,
These ones.
That's really obscured.
Yeah, I'm just gonna end my turn if I'm not in any immediate danger, and I don't want to create a smog of dead rat while half my teammates are in that confined space.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's very reasonable.
So you're telling me I should attack it?
Definitely should throw
I
whatever
cast Vicious
blasting
Mockery.
powder you have in there with the fire.
Absolutely.
I cast Vicious Mockery on Olsef.
Anything else you want to do?
Not right now.
Okay, Ulseth, it's your turn.
Olsef, break this nest!
Okay, I will come in and break a nest. Can I get to a nest?
Maybe just barely. 5. You could probably get to that one.
I'd say that qualifies as getting to the nest.
Okay. I attack the immobile and defenseless crate.
Did any of those rats bite at him when he left? No?
No.
with my flaming sword.
Yeah, go ahead. Make your attack roll.
Oh, good. 9.
Best number!
Total? Is that your total hit?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you find the ground sort of slippery, lose your balance, and miss.
Of course.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, I use my offhand
Okay,
to
go ahead.
try to bludgeon this crate into submission. So I'm doing
Yeah.
offhand bopping damage.
Yep.
This time, I get
A
a
nat.
7
A nat 1.
So
as opposed
you
to a nat 3.
you
I've rolled a 1 and a 3
find nothing but
as
air
I
again.
attack a box.
Olsef, you suck!
Yes, it is true. It must be an after effect of the spores that had attacked my brain.
You told me you were good at boxing!
No, I don't think so. Maybe
Well, then
I
that
did.
was just something I made up!
Why
Make
would
up
you
something else.
Why would you let me make that up about you?
Why would you let the people tell lies about you, Olsef? That seems like it's against your code!
I think I'm going to roll a D1 instead of this D20 next time.
Save
I
time.
could score
A D1, a ball.
1.
And
1. 1.
I got tennis.
But I have the box cornered in the boxed in the corner.
There you go.
Yes.
Sorry.
All right.
Can't believe it. Oh. Okay.
We roll high
Then,
or we roll
Soria,
low?
it is your turn right now.
All right. I'm gonna charge another box, so I'm gonna back off and then charge it to get my charge bonus. All right.
You stomping on the rat on the way?
I will try to stomp the rat if I'm allowed to, but my main goal is the box.
I don't think you'll be able to stomp the rat and the box. They're occupying
fine.
two separate spaces.
I'm charging the box with my antlers, not my feet.
Mm-hmm.
So 10 to hit, but it's boxes. Maybe.
You can roll for damage. Yeah.
16, 19 bludgeoning damage as I ram the boxes.
The boxes are smashed under the weight of your hooves. And you find yourself all the way in the corner while doing so. So, what I'm trying to describe is you're like trampling through and you kind of move forward, crushing all of that nest.
There we go.
Okay.
9s, I got all the boxes in here.
What? I can't hear you. You're on the other side of the map.
The rat
You heard
that's
it
closest to
bellowing and
Soria
echoing.
moves 10 feet towards the tree.
This one?
Yep.
So I can attack it.
You can give it a shot, yeah.
Stop it. Dirty 20.
Go ahead, roll for damage.
6. 9 bludgeoning.
You make rat goo again. So that rat is gone.
So a ratatouille.
Do you want me to replace one of these with a rat?
Sure. Then those rats all move towards the captain. All of them move 10 feet towards the captain. Some of them will be trying to get onto the other side of the captain. The one rat is going to try to get on the other side of the captain.
This one?
Yep. The captain's unable to stop them. Normally this would be like, you can't move freely through an occupied tile. They're rats. They can just go through your feet. So that's how this is working. And the captain's going to take an attack of opportunity on one of these. What is there? 1, 2, 3, 6? 6 of them in there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
And the one with the yellow base is blasted. Poof. I need him, just him, to make a Constitution saving throw, which he does. He's all right. And the one rat in the center is can place on the other side of the captain.
That one?
No, the one that's right in front of him
Oh,
that moves, and then you can move the other one that was behind it up. Yeah, there's only a limited space, but they're rats. They kind of climb on top of each other as they move. Then, let's see. I have some more replacement rats. This one does not want to stay. You can have that one, and then
That one as
this
well.
one.
There's so many rats in this rat nest.
It's a rat-infested place.
Yeah, I think that's all that can happen in there. You then see the tree give a little quiver. Soria, you're the only one that can see this right now. Everyone else is otherwise occupied. You see the tree give a little quiver and shake, and it ripples through its surface. And you see its lines that you thought maybe were it sort of ridges. They start shifting and flashing. Have you ever seen squids flash colors or octopi flash colors as they shift rapidly? It looks similar to that effect. And now we are back up at the top with the captain. Kill the rats, yes. Very good. And takes
I'm in a corner. I couldn't hear what was going on.
takes aim, connects. Takes out the orange base.
Is that this one?
The other one. Yep, that one.
Can't
And
really
then Constitution makes it 9's your turn.
Okay, so there's a nest in that corner.
There's a
That
nest in that corner,
corner
and there's a
and
nest in
this
that corner.
Okay, Olsef's got that one.
Hopefully.
How far?
Maybe. That's a.
I will go around the. It looks like there's what, 3 rats over there.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's
I
two.
will-
There's 2 rats over there.
Oh, I will go towards the nest,
Okay.
and if it takes more than 30 feet, I will.
You can get there.
Oh, okay.
You can get there. Yeah.
I just can't reach.
I'm gonna pull up Old Thumper.
Oh, yeah.
This is a bludgeoning weapon, and I'm going to try to smash it.
That would be way better at smashing
Yeah.
boxes than a
Poking out
rapier.
with a stick.
And that's 13 to hit.
That'll hit. Yeah.
Okay, my die back.
I don't think so.
Okay,
Well
lost
done.
it. And that is going to
Are
be
you-
8 damage.
You're having some trouble with gravity.
Well, the red die is better anyway. 8 damage to the boxes. As a cat just.
Okay. You
That was very good smashing. With
you
it,
bring
with a thumper.
your big clunking thing down on it, and you smash a box, but not the whole nest.
that one.
Oh, I'm doing better than Olsef right now.
And to draw your weapon, you used your bonus action to do so.
That's
So
fair.
I think you don't have anything else you can do right now.
I can talk to the rat.
You can take a free action to quickly talk to the rat.
What's
yes.
up, rat? What's going on? Oh, that was about 6 seconds, so.
I'm glad it didn't go help. That would have been real creepy.
Yeah, then especially when I went like, ah, talking rat, and they stabbed it.
Anything else?
That's my
Okay.
turn, unless I can talk to the other rat. What about you? Do you have anything interesting to say? You know what? Shut up. Olsef, it's your turn.
It is. It is your turn.
I glare menacingly at the boxes that have avoided my attacks.
You do that.
In my frustration, I sweep down with my flamey sword on the rat's nest
Let's see.
and do so much better this time. I got a 12.
Okay. You go ahead and roll for damage. I await with bated breath.
Well, I do 10 slashing damage and 4 fire damage.
You swing your sword down and through the boxes, and they come crumpling together in a pile.
Do they start
The-
on fire?
Some of them are burning, yes.
Are they all crushed?
They're all crushed.
Oh, good.
They're gone.
Good job, Olsef.
Thank you. I was able to hit them this time. I
Yes,
did not
I
know
saw
what
that.
happened
Very
last time. It
impressive.
was- yeah, since they did not move.
I hit the my
or
box. It
offer-
was great.
Or offer any way. I raise a lashalar and attempt to bop the rat that is right next to me. Right.
Okay. Yep, there's a rat right next to
You
you.
have to lean down real far. You're tall.
16.
Yep, you go ahead. You're punching the ground, basically.
Basically, I'm punching at the little rat down there. And I do 7 Alashalar rat smashing damage.
You make rat go on the ground, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
No, because of,
The explosion.
yeah, I always fail these. And I do again.
That one.
Yeah,
What's the total result?
the net 7.
Okay. You take 2 damage as you can't help but expel the contents of your stomach.
Good thing I have not eaten anything or drank any of your mead.
Yeah, you didn't eat any of my soup.
Soria, that brings
hear
it
you.
up to you.
You didn't hear me. I didn't know.
I know. I drop my elk shape.
Oh, stay in elk shape and run to us.
I'm not gonna charge through. I have a plan.
No.
Charge into the tree as Soria.
I pull out, I take a little vial and get a drop of water in my hand, and doing some movements, create a shard of ice
Okay.
and cast ice knife at the tree, targeting right here.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll with that.
14.
Okay. It's an essentially immobile target. You hit that. I'm trying to. I think you can land it pretty close to where you're going here.
Okay.
I think that would work.
So when it strikes, it does damage, but it also explodes in a field of cold, which would hit the rats as well as the tree.
Yep. And they get.
So it does 1 piercing damage to the tree.
Okay.
And everything, the tree technically and the 2 rats get a dexterity save to avoid the cold damage.
Okay, the tree automatically fails. Let's see how the rats do. What's the save on it?
15.
Okay, the rats freeze solid.
Yeah, I do 9 first damage, cold damage to everything that fails.
And now there's a little frozen ratsicle, couple of them right at the base of the tree, and you can remove those 2 figures. And feel free to replace some of the non-rat characters. Perfect. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I will move 30 feet that way.
Okay. Then that brings up to the rat's turn. So all of those rats attempt to move past the captain.
Yeah, this one's
that one.
already passed, so it moves 10 feet.
Yep.
Is he attacking it, or?
Because it's behind him, I'm going to say that that's unlikely to be his first target of choice, and he'll go for one of the ones that's trying to get past. And he'll take out the one on the far side of the wall there.
That one?
Yeah. Shoots that little fiery rat poof. And then the others move 10 feet beyond him. And then,
everything? Is that all of them? I can't see.
yeah.
Okay.
Then that rat nest spawns 5 rats and collapses.
Having a good time over there, Nines.
As this storm of rats comes hissing and gurgling out. And they kind of burst out of the remaining crates. It sort of explodes in this ratty mess. Then the first 2 rats that were there, they move 10 feet towards the door. And
Any attack of opportunity for me?
That one was next to him.
yeah, you would get an attack of opportunity.
Well, then I will try to smash it.
Go right ahead.
And that's going to be 19 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Max damage.
4
9.
total of.
Total of 9.
Okay. One of the rats turns to paste and Constitution saving throw, if you would.
12.
You take 3 damage as you also empty the contents of your stomach.
I
And
don't remember eating that. Oh, there's the other half of it. Okay, I do remember that.
I think the captain is in range. Just barely. Let me double check. Yeah, you just barely be in range. Another poof from the tree. The captain goes and brushes everything off of himself. That brings us back to the top with the captain, who backs up into the hallway.
Oh, okay. You'll do.
And attempts to take a shot at the rats, who are slightly obscured here.
Yeah, partial cover, probably.
Ooh, and he hits the door with his shot instead of the rats, and misses. There's a horde of rats going towards the tree. It's a lot of them. Just FYI. Nines, it's your turn.
I go into the corner so I can stop vomiting from the smell of their stuff.
That corner.
Yes.
Okay.
And the furthest rat that I can see in that room.
This one?
Yes. I'm going to cast Vicious Mock. Wait, is Olsef in range of that one? If
No.
he attacks?
Olsef's over here.
Well, I mean, if he runs over there.
Um,
I'm going to
technically,
Oh, then
it'd be really close.
then the one slightly close.
That one.
Yeah, let's do that one. Hey, rat! Your ratatouille sucks!
I don't think the rat has any concept of what that means, but also doesn't seem to give a fuck, as the rat has a strong sense of self.
Well, that ends my turn.
That rat knows who he is.
He's like, no, my ratatouille's awesome.
You can't tell me.
No, it's you who sucks.
A French food critic loved my ratatouille.
And invested in my restaurant.
And then I died 2 years later because I'm a rat.
No, it'll die today.
Anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Okay. Well, Seth, it's your turn.
You said I could reach a rat.
I think so. 25, 30. Just barely.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
barely in your
Barely is
hitbox.
enough
Barely counts as
as
exactly.
flamey sword on the
Okay.
rat.
Go ahead.
11.
That does hit, yeah. Go ahead. Roll for damage.
This rat's in trouble. Sort of. The rat takes 8 slashing damage and 4 fire damage.
The rat turns into a poof of fur and goo and dissipates, leaving behind just a couple little feet.
So how many rats are left? 3?
So you don't do Constitution if it's fire damage, I guess.
Unless someone forgot.
I didn't forget.
Oh, good.
It's the fire is burning it away.
That would be the reasonable conclusion here. There are currently
Five rats in the
that
corner.
There's 5 rats left?
In that corner,
and
there's
three
three
out
over
there.
there.
There's a lot of rats.
I'm gonna try and get those 3.
Let's see. I could take an action to get to the other rats, but then if I use action surge, but then I can't do anything once I get there.
You would still have your bonus action to
Well, I do
attack
have my
again.
offhand. I do have my
So you could
offhand.
use action surge and use your action surge as another movement and then attack if you wanted to,
Well, action surge just gives you another standard action
which you can use as movement.
as a movement, but yeah, for your offhand attack.
Okay, I've used all my movement to get there, so no,
Yeah.
I'll stop.
Okay.
Let them come to you.
We know they're going that way anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We can assume they're going that way.
Okay. Soria, it's you.
Alright, I get another drop of water out and same exact magic gestures as I create another shard of ice and shoot at this rat, hoping that because the base is in that square, it'll also hit the tree with the AoE part, but I don't know.
Sure.
We'll see. An 11 to hit on the rat.
You managed to land the blow.
Alright, so first it does 10 piercing damage with the ice shard.
You... well, it's dead. I think everyone's out of range from the smell.
Yeah, it's pretty far from
Yeah.
everything.
I'm just going to say everything's far now.
And then a 5-foot radius of cold explodes. So I don't know. I know these two rats will get hit. I don't know if the tree will.
What's the save?
15 DC dexterity.
For half damage or no damage?
No damage.
Okay. The other two rats managed to
Both.
nimbly there's not a whole lot of nimbleness, but they made their save. So they, I don't know, took cover behind the other one's corpse, I guess, from the explosion.
Yeah.
And they made their save. And what was the damage on that?
Well, I hadn't rolled it because I wasn't sure if it was going to hit anything. But it will be...
The tree automatically fails. It has no dexterity
I just
save.
didn't know if it was in range. 10 cold damage.
Okay.
And then I will turn into an elk again.
All right. You are now an elk. Congratulations.
That's my bonus action, so I am done.
Yep.
Because I don't want to get into the cloud and not have any actions.
Okay. Those two rats each move towards the tree and are absorbed into the tree. You see it give a little shudder, and it regenerates again. And you see it growing a bit.
So it's eating the rats and healing.
All of these rats move 10 feet towards the door. Okay. The tree moves 10 feet towards the captain.
The tree moved?
The tree moved.
Did it eat enough rats?
It's sort of slithering with all of its tendrils across the surface. You hear this sickening as it moves its way across its ooze-covered floor. And that's where it sits, which brings the tree into the range of the captain. And it sends out another spore cloud. The captain again goes, would you mind stopping that, please? It's really disgusting. I have to wash all of this like 8 times. That's 8 more times than I usually do. And
So we were smelling the captain, not me.
Even you thought it was you.
And that brings us back to the captain. It's like, the tree thing just moved. That's not a good thing, right?
Well, you should probably come help us kill these rats then.
Okay. The captain goes running into the other room, gets a line of sight on the rats. Well, no time like the present. Lets loose a shot. And the one next to Ulsath, the captain's sort of, I'm going to place the captain like
There. I didn't know where you wanted. I just
like there, trying his best to sort of stymie the rats. He kind of knows it's futile, but he's gonna try. I need both.
Did it die?
Yes,
Okay,
both Ulsath and the
sorry.
captain. Constitution saving throw.
Oh, his gun doesn't do fire damage?
What this time? It didn't.
I don't know how his gun works. I just seen it do fire before.
He's used it more in this combat than he has in others. And you notice that the flame has dissipated.
It's
still
like a recharge.
It's still firing, but the flame's gone down. And it's a regular shot. What was your saving throw?
11.
Okay. You take
I,
3 points of damage
How are you doing?
I
as
am
you start to
feeling
dry
quite ill.
heaving.
I do not know if this is an after effect of the spores or whether it is because the rats are.
Nines,
so
it's your
stinky, but
turn.
it is not
I will insult another rat. Probably any of them, really, I guess. One that's
yeah, I
not
mean-
close to them.
The closest one to you, maybe.
Okay, I admit it. The other rat's ratatouille is pretty good, but yours sucks.
Which one are you targeting?
The gray one, probably.
That one? Okay. Roll for damage. Apparently this rat is less sure.
Yeah, well, it takes 1 psychic damage.
It curls into a ball and sort of just oozes out. I need another Constitution saving throw from Ulsa.
That far away? 15. Wow, that's a big range.
It's a big stinky.
Then technically 9s as well if it's 15 feet.
Well, this was.
Yeah,
six-
actually I will need 9s. Thank you for pointing that out.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Soria. That was great.
I'm not in that room.
Oh well, look at my 5 Constitution save there.
And Ulseth, what's yours?
16.
Okay, Ulseth, you resist this throwing up urge. 9s for the first time, I think. You now start. Well, this is actually a feeling you're somewhat familiar with. You.
Oh, this was your ratatouille.
You take 2 damage from that. And Ulseth, it's your turn.
How many rats are left there?
3.
There's one right next to me.
It's like sort of. It's sort of half on. There were so many rats. I wasn't. I'm not sure if it's next to you or not.
Move me like behind it.
Like
So 10 feet.
there.
Yeah. I use 10 feet of my movement.
Okay.
I raise the flaming sword. Try not to roll a 2 or a 3. And. Oh,
Is that a?
that's a.
that's not a
that's
3
good
at all.
number. Yeah, it's 23 total.
That'll hit, yeah.
Doing.
Well, I did 1
12.
damage and I killed it. So
Well, this did 12 slashing and 6 fire.
Okay. Which one were you targeting?
The one where I'm facing.
So
one.
this one?
This one, yeah.
All right.
The one that's there.
That one's gone. Little paws are all that's left.
And you used fire.
I used fire, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't see that. Are they?
There are 2 more rats next to you, to your character's right.
They're right next to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I just need to turn.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you could easily make a second attack on
Oh, certainly I'll crush one and barf on it.
it. Okay, sure.
24 to hit.
This is a very stinky fight.
That will hit.
And 7 Alashalar smushing, releasing a noxious gas that I will probably barf at that.
Yeah, you crush it like you would a
Yeah,
bunch of
course
grapes.
I did, yes. And my double
9s is out of range of this one, so
And my-
just you on the
my
saving throw.
double-digit savings throw. Oh, continues. And I get a 22 to my Constitution saving throw.
Apparently, you're growing used to this aroma, and
This does
it
not
has no
bother me
ill
much
effect.
anymore.
Then, is there anything
There's
else you'd like
one
to
rat
do?
left?
action surge it.
Finish this.
You're the only one that can stop it from producing the gas.
What about the tree?
Well, we'll deal with
Are you
the
gonna
tree
run up there and
after
hit it?
the rats are down.
Okay, I'm in range. I just turn to the next one, use my action surge,
Okay.
use my flamey sword, roll a 14,
Mm-hmm. That'll hit.
and do 12 slashing damage and 9 fire damage.
Okay.
And tell
You
me it's
leave a little.
invulnerable to all.
You leave a little ratty,
I should do so well
feet.
against something else.
and that will conclude your turn. I'm assuming, since you've used basically every ability that you have.
Yeah, I've used my bonus actions and everything else. I guess, yeah, I can't do anything else other than to celebrate the fact that I finally didn't roll single digits.
Soria, it is now your turn then.
All right, and I'm an elk. So, I'm going to spend 20 feet of movement charging this tree
Okay.
with my antlers.
Okay.
18 to hit.
That's gonna hit. Yeah.
Ooh. 11, 13. 16 damage from a bludgeoning source. Technically, it has to make a DC 13 strength save or be knocked prone. It's a big mushroom
It's
tree.
immune to being prone.
And then, since I used 20 feet of movement, I'm going to use 5. Wait,
Before you do,
yeah.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
$11.
As you strike the tree with your antlers, you feel it shudder, and then you hear a and you are unsure what happens for maybe a second, and then you start to feel a lot of stinging on your left side. And you take...
I better roll my Elixir of Health again, because
You take 1 damage from that.
Alright.
Now you can continue moving.
5, 10. Alright. All 50 movement speed. So I just rammed into it and carried through to the other side of the room.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, I'm an elk.
Okay. The tree moves to fully block the doorway. It's a little hard to move it quite perfectly, but that's about as perfect as we can get it here. It is... the doorway is blocked by the tree. Fully blocked. We can't place it perfectly there, but it is fully blocked. And there's no point. None of you were within 30 feet of it.
Yep, that's why my hit and run technique was developed.
So that will be its action this turn, and that brings us back to the top of 9s.
But the captain goes before me.
Oh yes, sorry, the captain. My bad. Shoot the tree.
Yeah, shoot 3!
All right. Unleashes a shot, which buries itself in the side of the door frame because the tree has got partial cover right now.
That increases its AC.
And that's going to be the captain's turn. I'm not going to move closer to it. I'm sick of getting covered in whatever it is that it's pooping out. I don't like its poop cloud, not one bit. It stings, it stinks, and it apparently can turn you into some sort of weird zombie thing.
I did not like it at all.
I don't like it either.
I do not even remember what happened, but it felt very unpleasant when I came back.
I do not like green spores and rats. I do not like them anywhere I'm at.
We all
I would like to take my
2
turn.
psychic damage.
It's Nines' turn now.
Can I get line of sight on it?
I think you could probably get line of sight on it, yeah.
Hey, 3! You are what you eat, and you are a bunch of shitty ratatouille.
Okay. I want to see... I'm pulling up the spell because I want to make sure that it would affect this tree.
I mean, it really doesn't matter. I'm just going to keep doing it because I don't want to get close to it.
So give me just a moment to check this. Yeah, Yeah.
When we're done
Okay.
with this, do you want one of those bows I grabbed? Also?
I have
Well-
no ranged skill.
Yes.
The creature must be able to hear you is the one requirement, though it need not understand you. It cannot hear you because it has no ears with which to hear.
No sensory
Well,
organ.
I'm going to keep shouting at it, though.
That's fine. You can keep using that as long as you want, but I'm going to be clear, it is not able to hear you, so I'm not going to ask you to roll damage. If I were a crueler DM, I would make you roll damage just so you felt like you were doing something. But I'm not.
Yeah, but if I never know, then I would just feel good about myself the entire time.
Yeah, I just know that you can also do other abilities in place of Vicious Mockery. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to
not
be
too
as
much.
fair and open as possible with this, and so you are aware it will not be affected by that. Some might call that being a little too generous. I'm just trying to make sure that you guys have a fair shot. And anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Nope, I'll my turn, and I'll be right back before my next turn. Sorry, I have to step out for a second.
Sure. Well, Seth, it is your turn.
If you want, when we're done, I'll give you one of those bows I took from the armory because you have no ranged weapon.
The what is the range of the stupid spore attack, and does it going through the door make a difference?
I mean, we don't know, and I was estimating it was about 30-foot radius, but I have no idea what effect the door will have.
Okay. I want to move just in front of the captain.
Okay.
And okay, I need a understanding of how this would work. If I throw something at the tree, what is it, like an attack?
It would be a ranged attack.
It's a ranged attack. If you are proficient with that weapon as a ranged weapon, you'd get to add your proficiency. Otherwise, it's basically just your strength.
What are you
modifier.
looking to do?
I'm looking to throw a flask of oil at it and light it with a torch.
Or with your sword?
I would light it with my sword. I'd
So
make
you're
a
trying to
Molotov.
basically
I'm gonna
make a
make
Molotov.
Molotov cocktail.
Yeah.
And throw it at the tree.
It would be, because it's an improvised weapon and untrained.
The flask does technically say it's a ranged attack.
Yeah, it is a ranged attack. And you can use that, but you're not trained in it.
Yeah,
So you
no.
won't get to add your proficiency. You'll make a strength attack roll
Yeah.
to determine how
So
well you do with your throw
An
and where
attack
it
roll
lands.
with my strength modifier.
Yep,
Yes.
Just your strength.
What have I got to lose?
A flask
Other than
of
a
oil.
flask of oil. I do that.
Okay.
I improvise a Molotov cocktail with my flask of oil and valiantly not roll a single digit,
Well,
but more like
Let's
a
find
nat
out.
well,
20.
let's find out. The suspense is killing. Nope, it's a single digit.
It's cracked eye. That's what I'm saying.
It is a cracked, it is. You're right,
was-
it is.
It was a single digit.
It was.
It was a 7.
But it was tilted. It was a 7.
I will be kind. What's the second result?
The second result is 17.
Okay. You managed to throw and hit it basically right at the doorway. That's as far as you could get it.
Reasonably throw it, yes. As I'm throwing through a busted door and through another doorway.
Yeah.
I just
and-
kind of really wanted to get it between us and the tree.
And with your height, you do have to duck a little bit through a lot of these doorways, so this is
Just-
kind of an underhand lob.
I lob.
That's
Granny-
where you're going.
Granny throw
but
it.
it
no,
lands
No, I do
where you want.
college
to.
women's softball.
And it says
Throw.
in the
Underhand.
since I was looking at it, an oil flask, if lit, it will burn for 2 rounds, doing 5 fire damage to any creature entering or ending its turn in the area.
Okay. Then that brings up Soria's turn, unless there's something else you'd like to do,
here.
Seth.
Yeah, put a fire there.
The campfire.
Sure. Yeah, there's a little campfire
Isn't
there
it-
now.
It's on its rootstock.
Yeah.
So put it on the other side of the door.
Okay. Thanks for making it harder for me. There we go.
There we are.
Can't get through the door anymore.
What a nicely painted fire.
Is that oil?
Did you say it was my turn?
Unless there's something else that Ulseth would like to do, it's Soria's turn.
It took 5 damage. I still have a little movement left. I'm going to back up 1 square off to the side. To this side.
That way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm out of spore range.
All right. And so my turn then?
I'm done.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Charge and strike with my antlers for 9 to hit.
You miss.
So
But you do continue on, unimpeded.
all right, that's my turn.
Okay.
I want to stay out of that cloud.
The tree begins to squeeze and twist and forces its way onto the other side of the doorway
Feel
No.
like
as
my-
it yeah
Like an
as it like
octopus.
warps and contorts its body and pushes this mass through the frame, and it starts to fill the cavity on the other side in this huge glob of fetid fungus moving through.
With burning this on it.
And then it's gonna... Pretty sure that both Ulseth and the cap... Is 9 in range?
I just set it in the middle. Is that pretty much where it's supposed to
Yeah.
be?
Even through a wall.
It's a cloud.
Yep.
There's an
9 is
open
not
doorway.
in range, but the captain and Ulseth both need to make Constitution saving throw.
Goodbye.
You're really good at Constitution saves.
Oh, I did this time. Dirty 20.
You make it this time, and just...
This
The-
is sticky stuff. I
The
don't know.
captain, however, gets hit one more time, and you see his eyes glaze over. And it looks... Nines, you've seen this before. Ulseth, you were the victim of it, so you've never seen it, but you recognize what's happening. And it's clear that the captain is under the influence of these spores. And that's its turn.
Yeah.
Which brings us to the captain, who moves 5 feet towards the tree, and then, similar to Ulseth, snaps out of it and does not look well, and then moves 10 feet back towards Nines and isn't saying anything right now. That's the captain's turn, which brings us to Nines.
Wait, is the captain... He snapped out of it?
He snapped out of it, it seems.
So his eyes aren't cloudy anymore?
Yep.
All right, well, I'm going to take a few steps back towards Cole there.
Towards me.
Yeah, but stay within 30 feet of them, of our allies,
That should be right.
because I am going to use my last bardic inspiration once I can make this thing work right. And I am going to use Call of Arms, which I can affect my charisma modifier worth of allies, so up to 4. And
There's
within 30 feet,
2 in range.
they become immune to Frighten and Charm and get to add half my Bard level to save and throws, ability checks, and attack rolls.
As long as you're playing.
As long as I am playing my instrument.
Okay. All right. You'll have to help me keep track of all those different things. So
basically just add, well,
2. Is it rounded up or down? I forget.
rounded up. So they can add 2 to basically all their rolls right now.
Okay.
And if what's happening to them counts as charmed, which you say is infected, I'm not sure if mechanically how
It's
you roll
not
it.
counted as charmed.
It's not an enchantment.
It's not a
spell.
magic thing.
Yeah,
but,
not a magic thing.
But they get +2 to any of their, if they get caught in it again.
Yep.
Assuming they're within 30 feet of me.
And they are at the moment. Just barely. They're right on the edge. Okay. Ulseth, it's your turn.
I yell out, everyone, close your eyes, even though they are clouded over.
My eyes are closed when I play just because that's how into it I am.
I reach around the side of the door, not so I can see in it, but just so I can get my arm around it
Sure. Yeah.
and throw in my Costerian flash grenade.
Okay.
I'm not sure if we'll be blinded or deafened, but
Well, it's in a small enclosed area. Something cool might happen.
someday. I don't know.
I'm pulling up that
Item.
item. The grenade goes off and it echoes. It kind of hurts all of your ears to just be near it in this enclosed space.
Mm-hmm.
You're unsure of what has happened to the tree.
Well, I don't care to look.
Yeah,
But-
I'm just saying you're unsure of what has happened to the
But
tree.
I do use my movement to move
Away from the cloud.
away from like 15 feet should be enough.
Okay. Sorry, it's your turn.
Alright, reach across there. 5, 10, 15. I'm charging through at the tree. Gotta keep elking it up.
Okay.
Add 2.
I'm not in range.
You're not in range of that.
6 to hit.
You come up a little short
Alright,
on your charge.
that's my turn. Done.
Okay. Then it is the tree's turn. And it moves to the edge of the door. And then uses spores again.
Do I get to attack it when it moves?
It isn't moving out of your
It's a little,
hit box there.
it's a little ill-defined, so I was asking.
Yeah. It's a large creature, so it's taking up quite a bit of space.
I'm
and
a
it hasn't
large creature.
left your hitbox.
Wait,
So it
so I
doesn't
guess-
provoke an attack of opportunity.
Are you standing in the fire right now?
The fire, I
fire
assumed was
finished.
on it. Yeah,
It's 10 damage.
it probably took its 10 damage by now. 'Cause
Yeah, it's not really flaming anymore. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, and I need the captain to make a Constitution saving throw, because you're both in range.
The captain gets +2.
Okay. What's the result?
10.
Okay. You are now under the effects of infected.
Alright.
And your eyes glaze over. The captain is like, "Ugh, again, I'm so sick of this.
Then stand out of range. It's clearly 30 feet.
And that brings, oh, and you take, I forgot this part. You take 1 damage, 1 poison damage.
So you're a poisoned elk.
That brings us back to the top with the captain's turn. He steps all the way back against the wall, and he starts swapping out like this cartridge on his gun. You're not sure exactly what he's doing.
Hey, Captain, I'm unsure what you're doing. What are you doing?
Reloading. sort of. And now, Nines, it's your turn.
Well, then I have to keep going with my performance.
Okay.
Do you want to move back a little now, or?
Yeah, put me in the corner. Keep me within 30 feet of the captain.
You should be okay in the corner. He's like 25.
Okay. Yeah. That's where you are. Anything else you'd like to do?
I don't think I can do anything else right now. Not until like level 5 or something.
Yeah. You have to keep playing it.
Episode 100, here we go.
Ulseth, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna have to take a chance here. I attack the tree through the door.
You go up to the tree at the door and start swinging at it with your flaming.
Yeah.
And he's outside of 30 feet, right?
No, I'm still within 30 feet.
Of
20, yeah. It's like
It.
just there.
Yeah. I'll be.
5 foot step me towards Ulseth.
I'll be generous and say you can have that one.
And so you
It's
can
like
add
20
+2
feet.
to your attack roll.
And I will.
If we're going by squares.
15.
Well, he intentionally stayed within 30
Yeah.
15.
feet of.
It
15
should.
of
This
flame.
goes out to a 25 foot.
So,
So 15 flamey swords slashy attacking.
15.
Yeah.
That'll hit.
Let's get some rolls like I got against the bat. Yep.
out of the thing.
Same number. Oh, very nice. I do 12 slashing damage and 9 flaming damage.
Okay. As you do that, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I fail.
What's
I
the
got
result?
5.
Did you have +2?
Yeah, including that I rolled a 1.
You take 4 piercing damage as the tree shoots out something from its trunk, just
Is it shooting rat bones at us?
and it reacts to your strike.
And I bop it then in frustration with my
Do
offhand.
you never use the blade part?
Slash. Ow!
No.
Why, you little...
I'm slashing. I'm slashing in a definitely lethal fashion
Ah,
with my offhand. Nat 20.
Nice.
Dang.
Yay, so I get to
Double
do
dice.
double dice. Let's hope I get many 4s. There's a 2. And there's another one. 4 for 8 slashing damage.
okay. You know, after the first initial hit, you get that nat 20, and then it's 8. You know?
Yeah, well,
Feels kind of like a letdown
It's
of
a
a
little
crit, you know?
dagger weapon.
It's
Yeah.
just a dagger, yeah. But
Well,
you know,
8 damage used to be like your top end.
it
Yeah.
used to be pretty nasty, yeah.
And then I gave you old Flamey, and
How much of my movement did I use?
Like 25 feet of
about 25 feet.
Oh, so
You might as well just stay there and block it.
I'm just gonna stay there.
Okay.
Save us, Ulseth!
I will save you. I will have a Constitution saving throw of a high number.
Make a Constitution saving throw after you move yourself 5 feet closer to the tree.
If it didn't leave my attack of opportunity space, I'm already right up next to it.
You move 5 feet closer to its center. You're like standing on its roots right now.
Okay. 13.
Okay. You don't make it. You are still under the effects of this, and you take 6 damage
Oof.
as the tree starts enveloping you with its tendrils.
Okay.
And that brings us to the tree, which is going to shoot out spores.
Oh, no kidding.
And
Learn a new trick, mushroom.
go ahead, roll your Constitution saving throw.
21.
You make it and brush the spores off.
I assume I don't even need spouting. Okay.
Nope. Captain
When
is up.
When we get out of this, I'm using my glamored leather armor to make myself in a hot dog suit and be like, look, we're all trying to find the guy who did this.
The captain. Can't believe you brought that in. The captain unleashes a fire shot at this, dealing an amount of damage to the
That's
tree.
An amount, nice.
Yeah.
Better than
And
we have been
A
doing.
certain
It-
number.
Pierces in and leaves a little mark where the bullet pierces it, but the bullets are on fire again.
Nice.
So that
That's a
now
good thing.
takes us to nines. Anything you'd like to do on your turn?
Just keep playing.
Okay. No movement, nothing.
It's not. I don't think it's gonna move. So, and I can't see that Soria is there. So, I'm not gonna get in range to make sure that she's gets help.
Well, Seth, it's your turn.
As far as
do
you
the
know,
same.
I died in the other room a while ago.
Yeah, it's so tragic.
14 and 6, 20. Dirty 20.
Okay. That'll hit.
This time doing only 6 slashing damage, but 8 burning damage.
That does damage the tree as you slice away a few more bits of it, and it continues to sort of ooze in and fill them
Yeah.
as you
And
do
then I
so.
slash at it with Halashalar.
And I also need you to make a dexterity saving throw there.
That would be a 25.
You managed to dodge
No,
the
sorry. It's 21.
you managed to
21.
dodge the needles that are being shot out at you from the tree.
Okay, and then I do my Halashalar. Halashalar does 12.
To hit.
Yes,
Did
that
you-
does hit.
And
Right here.
Do you want a D4? Oh, you
no,
got it.
this is D4.
You got it.
Does 7 slashing damage.
Okay. Wiggle, wiggle.
I'm carving my initials in the tree.
And that will end your turn. Now, Soria, make a Constitution saving throw.
I wish this mind control was enchantment so I could be using wisdom here. 13.
You still are unable to be freed from this. You take 5 damage.
Good thing this is all elk health.
Good thing.
Hashtag elk health.
By the way, after I do my thing, I move
Am I
just off to
drawn?
the side so that the captain has a clear shot through the door.
Okay.
I don't want to be standing there. It's easy enough to move back and forth.
Make a Constitution saving throw if you would.
For why?
The spore cloud that it does every time it's in range. It's turn now.
It's its turn.
Yeah.
Did I
Its
get?
turn.
Am I like inside the tree yet?
You're basically being hugged by the tree. And
Should
by
I
hugged,
take
I
myself off the map?
mean, no, you're there.
22.
You're on the surface. 22?
Yeah.
Okay, you're fine. The tree's hugging you, and by hugging, I mean sapping your life.
Yeah. Well, if we're both
Quit
large
helping
creatures,
the monster, Soria.
you can't see me.
And that brings up the captain,
Just because I can't see you
who's
doesn't
going
mean
to
I
take
can't
another
criticize
shot. Hits. Does an amount.
Did I get shot too? Because I'm in the tree.
You did not get shot
Oh no.
as the bullet is absorbed. And that brings up 9s. Do you want to take any action?
Knew I shouldn't have turned into Bambi's
No,
mom.
I'm just rocking.
Perfect. Ulseth, it's your turn.
I probably should start carrying a ranged weapon with me.
Both of you should.
19.
That will hit.
To be fair, I am being useful.
You
You
are.
are being very useful. Several times, I didn't have to say. I only do 6 slashing damage and 6 fire damage.
Okay. It's taking chunks out, and it's continuing to like ooze these things back in as best it can, but it's looking like you can't quite keep up with your hacking.
Yeah. Do I have to dex again, or is it
You
tired
do.
of, or is it tired of shooting these little?
No,
things?
you do. You do have to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm going to use my DM inspiration on this one.
Yes, this is very calls to army.
12.
Okay. You take 5 damage as you are needled once again.
What's the bonus on DM inspiration? Because he rolled a d6 for that.
Oh, did you? It's advantage.
Oh,
DM inspiration is
I didn't know that. I
Yeah, it's
thought-
way
it's
more
more
powerful.
powerful than bardic inspiration.
Right
Okay.
now.
So yeah, for now.
Well, and that's. Then I had an 18 on my extra.
Then
thing.
you don't take any damage.
Well, that's much better.
See, I
Sorry,
rolled
thank
lawyer
you.
for the benefit of the party too.
Thank you for telling me what that was. I raised.
I don't only screw the party over by pointing
I
out
raised my
their
little.
Yeah, you
thing.
just screw 9s over.
Now I'm attempting to carve 9's initials.
names. So you're
So
gonna.
you're just drawing a 9 in there.
I'm putting carving a 9 into the tree.
Sure.
It's kind of like adding insult to injury to insult.
Wait, all right, Roman numeral or Arabic?
Arabic this time.
Okay.
You should do it in the changeling.
1, 2,
One.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
6, 20, 25.
Next time, just
That'll
draw an
hit,
X minus 1.
Only doing 5 damage.
As you
It would
plunge
have been
your
good if it were a 9, but it's a D4, so it wasn't ever possible.
as you plunge your dagger into it, the tree withers and melts
Really?
into a pile of ooze as it can no longer sustain self-adhesion, and it loses all of its.
I used the empty bottle from my potion of invulnerability to scoop up some of the ooze.
Okay, you're no longer mind controlled,
That was horrible.
and that concludes combat.
Hey, we didn't die.
Hey, Zoria. Oh, you're still an elk.
I'm on the floor.
Hey, floor elk.
Are you okay?
And that is where we're going to take a short break
On the elk.
on the elk. We'll be right back, everybody. See you soon. Welcome back, everyone, from the exciting battle that we had with a big infectious mushroom tree, where 3 of the 4 party members were at one point infected with strange spores. When we left off at a break, the battle had just ended after killing this big spore tree, and Ulseth had collected a sample of it in his now empty Elixir of Health vial.
And we're level 4.
And you're not level 4 yet. And Soria is still an elk and is feeling unwell. Because you were mind-controlled when it died, and now you're feeling pretty sickly. And the captain is also feeling pretty sickly. Because you two did not drink an Elixir of Health.
Do I have any status effect on me, or am I?
You are... If you were still in combat, you would be suffering disadvantage on all attack rolls, and your movement is reduced to 15 feet per round.
We're not in combat.
But you're not in combat, so you're feeling really crappy. Should you get into combat, those might apply. And this is a condition that will have to be healed in some way.
Okay.
It's not one. It's a poison, essentially, and that means that you're gonna have to heal it.
Alright. Alright. I'll drop elk form. So that I'm not sitting at 3 HP now and I'm back at full.
Okay.
Zoria, welcome back. You were excellent as an elk.
Well, listen, we're all trying to figure out how this happened. We can't really blame anyone. So let's just move on. And
I'm pretty sure it was you. It was you that walked into that room.
Listen.
And you're like, hey, let's go get that thing for Dole.
Yeah. Did we get it?
I have a sample of it for you. This
Thank
is
you.
what's left of it. I do not have a cover for it, though.
I'll just put it into one of my empty bottles that actually has a cork.
Okay.
Can I search this room to see if this isn't just an optional boss encounter and maybe there's something useful in here?
Sure.
Yeah, good luck.
I'll give you guidance. Why don't you assist him?
Oh, I will. I will assist you.
That.
What should I call this?
Just an
Like-
investigation check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then I got a 22.
As you go searching through the remaining muck that remains of this tree, you find there's well, okay, you remember back to last session.
That's a big ask for me.
I know. You guys went into the harbor master's office, right? And you found some paintings, and you found a
pottery.
So we found some
pottery,
paintings.
and you found a little piece of mosaic that had been framed, right?
Yeah,
It look-
mosaic piece of
Yeah,
Gorilla.
it looks like that. It's not the same image,
There's
but it's another piece of mosaic, and it seems to have, I don't know, not been absorbed, but it's just kind of got stuck in this thing.
Do you want me to put it with the other one?
I don't get it.
It's a magic eye.
I don't know how to magic eye look translates to screen time.
I think just blankly staring off in the distance.
Yeah, but you have to do something that's different than what Nine already does. So
Would you like me to put it with the other one we have?
4 gold,
2 gold.
2.5 gold,
2 gold.
2 gold,
1 gold.
2 gold.
Fine.
There's an aggressive amount of negotiation in this party.
It's all in good fun.
Okay. You had that's
I
the
put
that's
2
really the only thing you find. Everything else in here is so rot covered and nasty and gross.
I will fill a second bottle with this mold stuff. just so I have two.
Okay.
Just letting you know. 2. There we go. See, we needed to come in here to get that other tile thing.
Well, what you should do is ask Dole what he's going to give us for that sample, because we almost died.
Hey, doll.
Sorry, is that you?
Yeah. You know, I called you like, how many rounds of combat was that? I called you like a minute ago.
Probably a couple minutes ago.
A couple minutes ago.
Well, I remember I did search around for a while.
Yeah,
It's
that's
probably
true.
been maybe 10 or 15 minutes at this point.
So we went in the room with the mushroom, like you said.
I'm currently
And-
mind controlled.
How do you tell?
Usually by your ability to ask that question, it indicates that you are likely not under the influence of another being.
Unless that being tells you to ask that question.
Hey, sorry, did you ask that question yet?
Which question?
The one that the mind controller told you to ask.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, I asked one. Yeah. Are you still at the cafe?
I was just settling up and about to leave.
Yeah.
Can you get me a
Do you
latte to
leave?
go?
Do you leave upside down too?
No, they lower you back to the ground,
Like
and then you walk out normally.
with magic or what?
No, with a complicated series of ropes and some twine.
Oh, Wilsef will love that place.
Huh.
Too
Any
bad I can't
axes?
hear what he's saying.
There are some cranes here too. Those are a complicated series of ropes.
They are... Yes. In fact, they are complicated series of ropes.
Alright, so matter at hand. We killed the mushroom.
I'm glad to hear that it has been slain and you have not.
I have 2 bottles of muck
How unfortunate.
from it.
How fortunate.
Did you want one?
I would always prefer to have more molds, funguses, spores, and whatever secretions they create.
Do you wanna teleport over here and get it?
I believe that would be acceptable. And Dole appears in front of you.
Hey Dole, since you're here, do you wanna
You
help
are.
us get through this dungeon?
Not particularly. I'm under a tight time schedule today. I can always take a moment or two out to come and get some secretions.
Wow. Here.
If
can
that's
I-
all it took, I could have brought him here ages ago.
Can I
Yeah,
keep one
we
bottle?
could have brought him over to the Tangy Crab.
And here, I actually have 2 bottles. You can have one. This is from before we started broadcasting. This is a bottle of giant orange mushroom spores.
How interesting. I've never seen either of these.
They produce a sort of... This one doesn't try and kill you. It makes a sweet, syrupy ichor thing.
Perhaps I can market that as drink flavoring.
Pair of bananas.
I find that most coffee shops used subpar flavorings for their coffee, including the one that I was just at.
Do you hold the cup upside down?
No.
They do it like that Spider-Man guy.
Yes.
What? There's a guy who's also a spider?
Yes, there has
You,
to be.
well, you're not a guy, but but you have been a spider.
I've been a spider, yeah, but I'm not a... I can be a guy.
Have you ever been an inspired spider?
I don't know.
Inspired in
Oh.
spiders?
Do these have value too? I have 4 bottles of that roiling dragon blood from Ira's tomb.
I do not recognize what that substance is.
It was like dragon blood or something.
If it is dragon's blood, it is probably quite valuable.
Cool. Do you want one?
She has no concept of money. It's frustrating.
Yes, I would like one.
Alright, here you go.
I feel that it is only appropriate to offer you compensation in a monetary form. Would you be willing to accept that?
Do you have any cool magic items you'd give me?
No.
Or any discount magic items you'd give me?
That are not shoes.
Why would Dole have discount magic items?
Well,
Why not?
Maybe
Well,
something
we'll-
you've been working on and it's like a faulty prototype or something like that.
I do not make faulty prototypes.
Oh, that's fair.
However, I have recently discovered an interesting, but ultimately, I believe, unhelpful device. And he holds up this sort of cup. This is an ear cleaning cup.
Yeah? Like, what do you do? How does it work?
You hold it up to your ear, and then something licks out the wax.
Something.
What do you mean something?
A tongue had to come from somewhere.
But where did it come from?
I'm still working on that part.
I'll take it. Does it only work on ears, or does it lick anything you hold it up to?
It seems to only work on ears.
Alright.
It seems to feed off of earwax.
Next time we're up against an ear monster, this will be real helpful.
You're giving up dragon's blood and orange spores for
I,
a
Fine.
licky cup?
I still feel the need to
I'll take the monetary
provide monetary
We'll take both.
compensation.
We'll take both.
You can have the licky cup. I have no desire to understand it.
Ear.
Hey, sorry, can I see that deer cup?
No. 5 gold.
5 copper.
5 platinum.
5 copper.
No.
Well, fine, you have dirty ears then.
No, I don't. Ooh, it tickles.
Well, it feels like getting a wet willy that's really in there, but it leaves your ears feeling wax free.
And saliva full.
Is it more wet or more
No,
willy?
actually,
Is it a dry tongue?
no, it's not a dry tongue. It just like pulls all the saliva out with it too.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'll also take monetary compensation.
Here is 10,000 gold.
Oh, thank you.
That's just carrying around money for you?
Yes.
We should carry a doll around with us.
Buddy!
Do you wanna buy this? And I pull out a giant seed with 4 legs that's shaking wildly.
Right. I forgot you had that. I don't have a good container for that. If I can procure one, I may consider purchasing it.
All right, get back in there. Do I have any other stuff to sell that I want to? Do you guys have anything to sell?
He's not a wandering shop.
Oh, can you tell us about? Can you tell us about this? And I pull out one of those safes.
It seems to be an obscuring box.
An obscuring box. Can you open it?
He holds his hand out and sort of just twists it, and it goes and pops open.
I look inside.
It's nothing.
I pull out and can you open it? I look inside.
There's nothing.
You
I
need
pull
to
out
teach me how to
another
open it.
Can you open it?
We've got like 50 of these.
Yeah, I have exactly 50 of them.
I can only open one more.
I look inside.
Can we at least roll?
Alright.
So, you are a doll.
Yes.
I understand that you do like gum.
I enjoy gum, yes.
I have here very fresh, pretty good gum. Would you like a pack?
This is pretty good.
Yes, I believe I would like a pack.
I have 79 packs. Pretty good gum.
This gum is pretty good.
Everybody says that.
I feel happy.
Yeah, you feel pretty good, don't you?
I feel pretty good.
You feel pretty good. Captain, what do you think?
Still pretty good even after being mind controlled and feeling horribly sick.
Can I try some of your nutrient paste?
Yes, of course. Pulls out a little, like, bottle.
It's like a Capri Sun.
Sure, yeah. You've never had something in your mouth that tastes so like nothing.
It's pretty good.
Insight check.
Thank you.
I
I've
rolled a
been
nat
working-
1.
I have been working very hard at making this paste taste less and less like anything.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. It fulfills my need for sustenance.
Oh, by the way, though, this is the captain. He's our friend.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
You should have a long conversation. Get to know each other.
I'm not much for long conversations.
You should have short conversation. Get to know each other.
I'm a wizard. Oh, I'm a pirate.
Pirate.
How fascinating. Not really. It's fairly normal. I suppose that in your line of work, being a pirate is fairly normal. As my line of work is being a wizard, having it fairly normal. Yes, that is true. I believe we know each other now.
That's great.
That is as good a conversation as I have ever had.
Yes, you have great conversations, Olsef.
Yes, I know. They
Well,
are,
Seth is like,
they are pretty good.
oh, that was a top-notch conversation.
I should have been taking
who had
notes.
conversation. You who are conversing.
It is them who are conversing.
So you're sure you can't stay and hang out with us and kill everything for us?
I am positive that I cannot do that.
What about casting a spell that gives us equivalent to long rest?
I do not possess that sort of magic.
Oh, before you go, there is a room where all time and space is compressed into a single moment if you want to see it.
I jumped in the hole.
I did too. This potato did too.
We
68
hold this
times.
potato.
You hold out the potato to Dole.
What it is, yeah.
Little bits that are allowed.
And the potato just goes and disappears in little, like, vapor particles dissipate.
I think that might have been a class 4 temporal disturbance.
You poofed my potato.
That potato could no longer be allowed to exist on this plane.
Why not? It was just a potato. I like the potato. It
A
was
few hours more and it would likely have torn a fabric between now all of the different dimensional planes and caused the universe to collapse in on itself.
Oh, it was lucky that you were here then. That would have been very unpleasant.
I would recommend that you not throw a potato or anything else into this
Singularity.
space where all of time exists in a single moment.
Oh, but Nines and I were there.
I'm fine though. It's cool.
We saw many futures.
You might
You
need
have
to
not been
evaporate them.
exposed enough to be a risk to the temporal stability.
Yeah, I did throw that potato in there a lot.
Like 86 times.
It
Yeah.
was 68 times.
Although, was it 68?
It was 68
It
times.
was upwards of 1,000,000 times.
No, I no
and-
longer have my potato in my inventory.
No, but we can go back.
We can.
How many times can I throw a potato into the void before it becomes a danger?
I would throw a potato into a void no more than 4 times.
Is that the universal rule?
No, it is a temporal rule.
So
We're all having coffee.
I have a
today.
question. I'm not great at math, but sorry, the spores are still getting to him.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
It was a pretty bad battle.
If you throw a potato more than at any point into a time and space vortex, do you only throw it in?
about the potato. It was such a loss.
Do you if you throw it into something that's infinite time and space, can you really throw it in more than once?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I did. We threw it in 68 times.
If
Sorry about that.
if I throw a sword in there a few times, will they get superpowers?
No.
What if I throw it in there a lot?
It would likely have similar results to that of the potato, and I would have to destroy it.
Well, what if I don't tell you I did that?
I would eventually have to destroy the object anyway, because I would be summoned to close the temporal rift.
But who summons you?
Usually whatever country is slowly sinking into a massive vortex of space-time crunch.
Oh, We should have kept that potato. We could have thrown our enemies into a space-time vortex.
Does that work with your code?
I do not know.
I don't think it covers that.
I'll have to check my code. I do not recall anything at all. I do not recall anything at all about space-time vortices.
It's a pretty concise code, so.
It is.
Does the code cover temporal variations?
Well, check subsection B12.
Nope, that's just talking about vitamins and supplements.
Nice. All right,
The
Dole,
potato
well,
is gone.
thank you for coming and killing our potato.
You are welcome. I'm glad that none of you were sucked into an everlasting hole of temporal destruction.
Well, they both were once.
I believe you voluntarily threw yourselves into it. So
John,
you
It's
weren't
for
sucked.
science!
I do admire your curiosity.
I did do an experiment to make sure it was safe.
With the potato.
Yes, with potato. It's closest vegetable to tabaxi physiology.
I'm not sure that that is entirely accurate. I am not going to debate the matter, though.
Well, you were a doll.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must get back to my day. Have some coffee.
Oh, thank you.
Is this upside down?
Is it
It's just falls to the
it-
ground.
is it like beans or are they like
No, it's like
a cup?
he handed each of you a little espresso cup.
That's not
Wait.
upside down.
It's not upside down.
Can we keep the cup?
Yes.
Add espresso.
I wish you well on your adventures. Please keep me informed. I would be upset if you died.
I will.
That's the nicest thing anyone has ever told me.
Have a nice day, Miss Soria.
You too, Dole.
And he disappears.
Is there like a branding on this little cup, or is it just a white
It's just a white
porcelain
cup.
cup?
Yeah.
Espresso cup. I try sticking it on my ear.
Nothing happens.
Okay, just checking. Espresso.
Yeah, so you have a cup that cleans your tongue by connecting to the
No,
tongue dimension. It cleans your ears by connecting to the tongue dimension.
There you go.
Yeah.
I added it, don't worry.
Espresso, little espresso cups. The potato is gone.
Do you want me to store all of our espresso cups together?
I will carry my espresso
Alright.
cup.
Can we just
Sounds
store it in your tent?
When we finally use it, maybe. If it's just like, it's a flatware, it's probably fine. All right, so we got a mosaic piece. I made 10,000 gold, and we
We made 10,000 gold.
He gave me. It was my ichor.
Yeah,
and
but we're all friends here.
So,
so yeah,
I'm
You're
still
all-
pleased to just have this really amazing hat.
it has some spores on it.
And the gum.
On the gum.
it's pretty good gum, isn't
Pretty
it?
good gum.
Why don't we, since Elsa fixed all the cranes, probably, why don't we go check out if they're actually fixed?
I think we have explored this level.
I think so. Have we explored the full map? From what we can tell.
You have, there's the map.
Okay.
There's really nothing left to explore in these back rooms.
Is that the rat room on the north?
Yes.
The secondary
That,
rat room? Okay.
Yes. This.
Mm-hmm.
That's the secondary rat room.
That was the
And there wasn't anything back way over to the west
Yes.
in the furnace room.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
And this door that you see here is actually like completely sealed over with
goo.
goo. So that's why
Okay.
it's not in this.
All right. So the only places we haven't checked, just as a recap, we have 2 ships we haven't looked at yet. We have to check the cranes, and in that hallway that went to the furnace room, there was a northern passage.
Ah, that is true, there was.
So, why don't we check the cranes, because that is running on fuel that will run out eventually. Right?
Maybe. This
Eh.
place is weird.
So should we go check the cranes first and then the ships?
We have done everything down here?
I think so.
I'm trying to remember the furnace room in that area there.
It was sort of a dead end. If
I can go
remember.
open that up. Hang on.
Okay. Do you want to check the ships first?
Oh, let you play with the cranes. I came down here to fix that so you could play with the cranes.
Yeah, so we can have a crane fight.
Yeah, and there are crates on the cranes that we can open.
Yeah, they might have like
Gum. Or
or gum.
potatoes or
So here's the.
Minted a new 9's fungible coin.
Very nice. With an espresso cup.
Yes.
These are. This is the area outside of where you've been. So over here. Oops,
That's
in-
like that lower area.
That's in the way. That's the boat docks area. That's the lower level of that, where you all currently are. This area here, that's the furnace. And
There was a path that we haven't gone down there.
this here, that path continues.
oh, we should explore down here, do you not think?
Well, why don't we do the cranes first so you don't have to reload the furnaces with coal?
Oh, and then come back down?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I get to play with cranes now.
Yeah.
I run towards the crane.
I'll go along as well. Let's get the crates off them first and see if it's just gum. And then
Okay.
we'll make them attack each other.
This is the crane level.
Yeah.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cranes.
All right.
Is each one carrying a crate?
There's something still contained within each of them.
I would like to try and operate one and see if it's running.
I go to the biggest one.
Okay. Which one would you guys like to start with?
We started with the
The
one
two
that are
that
two
were
together,
together.
so we can have a crane fight.
Okay, so these two?
Yeah.
Okay. You find that they are running. You can now manipulate them, and unlike the boiler room and pressure puzzles, I'm not gonna make you guess around with the levers here. You take some time, and you eventually figure out how to somewhat
Roughly.
move and manipulate the crane.
Cut to the camera of my crane just dropping the crate immediately.
If you will gently lower the crates to the level below, I will open them to see if there is anything in them.
All right. I'll lower it. A mushroom grows out of it.
Then I just crush the other mushroom with another crate.
Okay, so that is. Let me make sure I'm looking at the right one.
I assume Soria would try to open it since there's a chance they're locked.
Well, no us down there. We're operating the cranes.
They're just crates.
So for reference, I'm gonna bring this up for everyone.
Yeah.
These cranes I'm just gonna refer to as 1 through 5. 1 being here, 5 being the furthest one down.
Can you put an X on where we are right now?
You're in crane number
You're in
3.
these two. You're in cranes 3 and 4.
And you just dropped crate number 3.
Lower it gently.
And
Quickly detached into a place where we can loot it.
Crane 4 drops first. It's a little shorter. And Nines is more eager to drop it down. Inside this crate that was suspended in the air, you find a box of wine. Quite a few boxes, actually.
You mean vinegar?
At this point, it's more likely to be vinegar than wine.
But it was stored in optimal conditions.
Suspended from a crane.
In a cave. With a
Yeah.
box of scraps.
I knew that was coming.
So we can market this as the most...
The box of detritus.
I'm just like, I made this wine in a cave with a box of scraps.
And okay, so
Is that why you're yelling?
having learned that is no longer any good, I
Unless
ignore
we
it.
need vinegar.
You can clean with it.
And what's in the other one?
In the other one, you find another mosaic piece. Like you have been...
Do you want me to just add it to the list?
Well, I pick it up. You're in the crane.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you later.
All right.
You can add it to the list when you get it.
All right, let's drop 5 since we're on this.
So
side.
there was this giant crate being held by this giant crane, and all that was in it was one mosaic piece.
It's a nice piece.
It was
It was
very...
very well packaged.
There's a lot of hay.
There's other things in there. I'm just trying to give you the highlights.
She also didn't say it was a giant crate. It could have just been a little box.
Okay, well, anyway, we have those 2 crates. I'll give you the mosaic piece, and I will let the vinegar lie where it is.
We'll drop number 5 next.
You run over to the next crate.
Okay.
Yeah.
This contains a whole bunch of desiccated food items, long since spoiled.
This is gross.
What?
I told him he's all the way
You're-
down there.
Yeah, you're down there. You have to yell a little more.
I yell up to Zoria that this is gross and I don't want it.
Then don't take it, Tulsef.
I won't.
Why are you touching it if it's gross?
I'm not touching it.
Oh.
While they're distracted, I run to 2 so I can lower it first.
Nines is running to 2. Hurry up and get over there.
I go over to 2.
Okay. This one contains the largest crate of all these, and when you drop it down, you open it up, and it's completely empty.
I
Use
search it
detect
again.
magic.
Feel around for invisible things.
I feel around for invisible things.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation.
Use your lantern of revealing, which reveals invisible things.
12.
You don't feel anything that can't be seen.
Use your lantern of revealing.
Is that a limited use item?
Only if you run out of candles.
Oh, I've got candles.
Yeah,
Sure. I'm going
the
to
enchantment is on the lantern itself, not on the fuel.
I'm going to waste part of a candle by lighting it up and looking inside the empty crate.
Okay.
All the invisible monsters around us appear suddenly.
You see, more highlighted dust floating in the air.
It's a dust bunny.
The largest dust bunny you've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. There's a big dust bunny there.
I put the dust bunny in my firkin.
With the other dust bunny?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many are left in there?
There's just the one in there right now, and he just added another. There's 2 dust bunnies in there.
Make sure to feed them.
I hear they mate for life.
I take some additional debris and sprinkle it in.
Some
so that
detritus.
the dust
Okay.
bunnies have something.
Sure.
Okay.
And we lower 1.
I blow out the candle so I don't use it all up, wasting it.
Okay.
All right, you want to drop the last one down now?
Absolutely. I just cut the cable. I lower the last one.
All right. In this one, you pop it open, and you see that this has all been eaten by rats. There's a whole bunch of rat poop in here, and there probably was a bunch of food in here at one point.
Now, did they turn into zombie rats?
Might have. You don't know exactly when this happened, and you don't know how long that tree had been alive.
But we got...
I shake my head sadly at 9, saying, "Eh."
Well, then I just play with the crane for a bit more.
And I'll head down.
So in the background, you see this crane just flying around as fast as it can.
So,
I set it to auto spin, and then I start crawling onto the sides.
so now we have 3 of these mosaic pieces. It's starting to feel like they're important.
Let's check the ship.
So, what we were going a little bit too rapid fire for me to adequately describe. And this is the first time that you guys have seen this. Because you had not. I'm going to bring this up on the screen for everyone. Put that. There we go. So, when you first came down here, you came down these stairs and went in that door.
Yeah.
And then you had been inside all of these passageways until now.
Yeah.
And when you came out, you wanted to go up to these cranes. So again, you came up these stairs, went over there on the upper level.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Ulseth crossing over, because Soria and Nines
We're up
stayed on
top.
the upper level. You crossed this path here.
To check out the cranes up there.
And on this wall, there's a very large, mural, you think. You see little slices of images of what look like people, like little pieces of it, but it's all broken up. As though the tiles are placed in the wrong spot. And they look like the same art style you're finding on these mosaic pieces. These square tiles that you're pulling up.
How big is this mural?
Probably 10 feet wide and like 8 feet tall.
And how big are the squares? The mosaic pieces.
I'm gonna just kind of round and say about 6 inches.
So there's a whole lot of them on here. Does it look like any are does it look like some are missing?
Yep.
Does it look like there's 3 missing?
More.
Why is this place full of so many puzzles? What's wrong with your people, Soria?
These aren't my people. This happened after my...
You're not down here. You don't see it.
How am I supposed to tell
No,
the difference? You all look alike,
Once
and
we
you look
lowered
like
the
everyone
last
else.
box, I was coming down to talk to you.
Come down to talk.
Yeah.
You who are Zoria,
Yeah?
I have found a very odd thing here. It is like made up of mosaic pieces like the ones that you have been collecting.
Mm-hmm.
But they seem to be mixed up and some are missing. But it is a very, very large picture. Can you make anything of it?
Probably not. How many pieces are missing? Can I count?
No.
You think there's at least 4, maybe 6 or 7.
Missing pieces.
Yeah.
And we have 3.
So I go up to it.
And this isn't a quick glance here. There's just a whole lot of tiles to take
Well,
in.
it's probably not worth messing with until we get enough all the pieces.
Well, I will go up to it, and I'm going to touch one of the pieces and see if it slides around.
It's in the wall. Why would it slide around?
Because it might be a puzzle.
It's not moving.
No,
No.
doesn't.
Try harder, Olsef.
Use a hammer.
Use your crowbar.
I do not want to break it.
All right. Why don't we check out the ships? Because they're right behind us.
Does it look like any of your pieces will fit into this picture?
I will hold up one of the pieces and see if it'll slide into one of the... Are there, like, open spaces?
Yeah.
I'll see if it'll slide into an open space.
As you get it in there, it goes... and now it's adhered to the wall, and you can't pull it back.
Did it go into the right place?
I don't know what the right place is.
Soria, do it again.
I'll put the other 2 pieces in.
Okay. Similar thing happens. You place the piece up to a Venket spot, and after doing this, there are 3 spaces that remain.
So I need 3 more. Well, this puzzle is clearly something we're building towards.
Can we tell what this is? We saw that one of the pieces looked like.
Well,
Jarrell.
we had Jarella's face. If, and this is a big assumption, but we've been following the path on the ziggurat, right? If it's one of those, and you said it was the same sort of style.
Yeah.
Okay. Then Jarella is in several pictures. There's a scene of him on the ship trading with other races.
Mm-hmm.
There's a scene with him in front of the collapsed on Rissa. So those are the only two with Jarella. It looks those are the only two with Jarella. So since this is a dock where trading happened, we could maybe assume, if it's one of these pictures, that it's the one with Jarella trading with the other races.
Well, we will be on the lookout for more pieces of mosaic.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to visit ships?
Yeah, they're right here. Maybe they'll have a piece.
Yeah,
Hey, Nines!
What?
We're gonna go in the boat.
Does that mean I have to leave Crane?
No.
I'll still come with you.
Alright, no setting fire to the boats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Put
We
my
will,
lighter away.
we will head to the small boat first. Don't save the big boat
Big boat.
for the last one.
Perhaps
the
we should
small
ask
boat
the
first.
captain.
This is the captain's boat, the smaller one. And the big boat's ours. Because there's 3 of us.
And we're compensating
Yeah. For what?
our lack of boating skills.
Oh, yeah.
Our gong.
We'll charter this
What's wrong
one
with
to
our
the
dog?
captain.
Let's go to the small boat.
Okay.
Maybe there's a
We
place
saunter
can take a nap.
nonchalantly and confidently down the
The-
dock where no one is watching.
I'm
to
going to
the small
describe.
boat.
Do you want us to do some strut checks real quick also?
Saunter. Do a
No.
saunter check.
I got
will sashay.
17 with a performance check on my strut.
I'd like to sashay.
Oh, make a sachet check.
What is a sashay check? Does it have any bonus?
Oh, yes.
What?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
I rolled an 18.
Oh, that's a really terrible sachet check. Sachet checks work like golf rules.
Oh,
Yeah. You want smaller numbers with the sachet check.
no. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just sauntering. I got a nat 20 on my saunter.
That's the
You
worst
fall into-
one of all.
You fall into the ocean and we never see you again.
You saunter to another dimension, never to be seen or heard from again.
Dole's
I should
gonna
have
need
kept
to
a
say.
potato.
So I'm going to describe
Both.
both ships because they're both here. You're looking at them. The first ship is fairly traditional. It looks, somewhat like either the captain's ships. There's an interesting element that the captain notes to you all. There are no cannon ports on this ship. It has no visible armaments to it. It seems to be perhaps like a pure merchant vessel. But yeah, other than that, it's quite large. Of the two, it is about maybe 50% larger in overall mass, width, length. It's quite big. It has 4 masts, a very impressive, flying bridge, and a regal-looking captain's quarters off of the main weather deck. So, it's a fairly typical sailing ship. None of you had really seen many of them until your adventures took you away from Nordfeld, but now you've seen quite a few, and this looks hardly any different from any of the rest. The other ship, however, well, this does strike quite a unique form. It's made of this very smooth, pale wood. It's not painted at all, but it does not seem to be rotting to any degree either. This ship, by contrast, is quite small, sleek. As the captain studies the vessel, he remarks that she looks like she was built for incredible speed, being very nimble, and doubts that this was a trading vessel. There are no sails on the masts. The other ship has some, but they look pretty moth-eaten at this point. And the smaller of these two ships has a nearly seamless construction between each of the planks of wood. It takes focus to see where one slat ends and another begins. So that's the two ships that you see.
Are there arms obvious on the smaller one?
You don't see any, but I mean, these are just the outsides of the ship. The other one is very clearly, it has no armaments. This one, you're not 100% if it does or doesn't. The construction is so sleek that it could be concealing something. You can't be sure.
What does it taste like?
As you lick one of the railings, it has a pretty salty taste. It's been in the ocean and sea here. But other than that, it's fairly neutral.
It tastes neutral.
Well, Nines is
Like Switzerland.
Well, Nines is Nines is licking the ship. Can I sneak up behind him?
Yeah, okay.
Do I have to do a stealth?
Oh, yes, you do have to make a stealth check.
Versus what perception? 16.
What's your passive?
15.
You managed to sneak up behind him.
And I put the ear cleaning cup to his ear.
All right, you feel a little in your ear, and then it feels remarkably clean, just ever so slightly damp.
Nines.
What?
Let's check out the big ship first.
I think something happened to me just now.
What are you talking about? You were licking a ship like normal.
Well, yeah, that's normal, but there was something else that happened. Why is my ear wet?
I don't know. My ear cleaning cup specifically says that it brings the saliva out with it. So it couldn't be that.
Well, that's a good point.
I don't know why you would suggest that. Let's go on the big ship.
I like that it has this ear cleaning cup. It's like a little writing on the side, and it just says, takes all saliva with it, unlike our competitors. Little marketing sticker.
Dole had a high quality ear lick cup there.
I stick it on your ear.
It feels really weird, but your ear is very clean.
I have a very clean right ear.
Yeah. I'm just holding it there.
This is the worst magic item we ever received.
You just got the tongue really cleaning out.
There we go. That's better.
It doesn't, if you hold it there, it doesn't just stay here. It kind of like gets into the little crevices.
Oh,
And really,
nice.
it's a full service ear cleaning.
That's pretty good.
Wait, can I see that for a second?
No, you'll
I'll
keep it.
give it back.
Pinky promise.
Okay, I cast Minor Illusion on the ship
Uh-huh.
and make a little human ear,
Okay.
as best as I can guess with humans.
Mhm.
I put the cup on it.
Okay.
Does it do anything?
You don't hear it doing anything.
Did we hear it do anything before?
Is the doo-loo-loo just for your sake, or is that actually happening?
No, that is how it sounds.
I make that sound, but does it make it so everyone can hear it, or just the person that has it in their ear?
We really need the
Is
specifics
it allowed?
on this magic item.
Okay, just the person who is having their ear cleaned hears the noise.
This is bad experiment.
All right.
You should ask the ship whether it heard.
Maybe-
Sip, did you hear that?
Cast speak with ship.
Have that spell yet?
Okay.
All right, let's check
Those are the two ships?
Let's check the big ship because this one, the smaller one looks fancier, and they'll probably have something cooler on it.
It could be.
Possibly, yes.
This is a fairly large ship, so it should take a very long time to explore.
It has one
All right.
room.
Can we do one investigation check for the whole ship?
On the larger one?
Yeah.
Sure.
Ooh, nice. Do you want to assist me?
I'll
I will
assist you.
ass-
No, I'll assist.
You can
Might as well assist.
And I'll guidance. Ooh, wow, a nat 20 and a nat 1.
This
Which
is-
one
Wow.
will you pick?
So 26 total.
You you searched the ship very thoroughly. The larger one, correct?
Yeah.
You confirm the suspicions of the captain. There are no weapons of any kind. There's no armory, there's no magazine, there's no powder room, nothing.
Well, I think
no
we should
cannons.
invade it anyway.
And there's hardly anything left
If
on
there-
this ship.
If there's no powder room, where do they do their makeup?
We're asking the
Hmm.
tough questions here.
Oh wait, they're changelings. We can just make makeup happen.
They are just
Now they all have
changelings.
makeup guns.
That's another magic item waiting to happen.
A failed piece of Fervin tech. Fervin's frenetic makeup gun.
And now we know why Fervin's single now.
Now we know what happened to Fervin.
he tried to help out his girlfriend. She didn't appreciate being shot with a gun.
And blew up the entire coast of the...
Well, that's what caused the disaster. The makeup gun experiment just went wrong.
The only things to find are little bits of former occupants in some of the larger cabins.
Former occupants.
The bits of the occupants or the
No,
bits
no,
of the
no.
tridents that left
Like
behind?
former
Okay.
accoutrement from
I thought it was like bones.
like there's like a hat in one, and
Is it
then
a good hat?
it was.
No, okay.
It was a pretty good
It's
hat.
been sitting here for probably 1,000 years.
Yeah.
I mean, my hat's been sitting around for 1,000 years.
but it
That's
was
pretty dope.
sealed.
This was definitely not sealed. Some clothes, a couple of really falling apart books. You can tell these would probably have been like, officer quarters or something like that. There's a couple of hammocks that were left hanging in the main crew cabin.
A place where
There's-
nap-nines jump on one.
I'm pretty sure if I get into it, I'm going to fall through it.
It'll be funny.
It would be funny. Which is why I think Ulsef should try it.
Let's see you do it. Do it, do it, do it.
I can tell when something's bad.
Cast suggestion on Ulseth to jump in the
Oh
hammock.
yeah, that's a great thing to use my last spell slot.
It's a very Nines thing to do.
Anything
Also, I
else?
think you should get into it as I do a persuasion roll. I got 24 persuasion. Wait, no. 22 persuasion.
It's a fairly persuasive thing, but like
It doesn't compel you.
What's my savings thing? Do I get a savings or do I just resist?
It's just very persuasive.
persuasion isn't really meant to be used
Magic.
from one PC to another.
There's no PvP persuasion.
Like, there's not really that mechanic within the game. So I'm not-
Nines. That was a very thoughtful thing of you to do, is to offer me the hammock. But I am not tired at the moment, so I will pass.
You're not?
No.
We've been up all day.
Huh?
I'm tired.
But I was mostly a zombie for part of it.
I don't think that counts as sleep.
Felt like it.
So is there nothing else?
the
in there?
narrator. It didn't.
So is that everything in here?
That's
were a zombie
everything in
for, like,
here,
6
but there is one
seconds.
room that has something of interest.
Oh.
The captain quarters that sits below the flying bridge. There is another piece of the mosaic in there, framed, hung on the wall. It's the only bit that remains of anything, any sort of decorative element in that room.
Well, I will pick it up.
Do I smell a different flavor of bubblegum?
No,
See, we had to
Wait,
kill that
check underneath the
mushroom.
desk.
there's bubblegum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's just not different.
You just haven't found a different flavor of bubblegum.
I can't believe I didn't find saltwater taffy flavored bubble gum on the
See,
ship.
we had to fight that mushroom to get a mosaic piece,
We did.
which is definitely a puzzle.
Yeah.
And it's definitely mostly fixed.
So that's what's on the first of the two ships, the
Well,
larger one.
Check the second one.
Okay. On the second one, you find that there is no way to go below deck. There's no stairs. There's no port. There's nothing to go below deck.
I
Disc
imagine
flop.
a slide.
Nothing.
I put my hand down it and imagine a slide with nines.
We're both thinking
Make
of the
a
slide.
wisdom check with advantage.
Wait, hold on. Is it like a straight slide, or is it the one that goes like does the wave?
Ooh, yeah, a wave.
We're thinking of the wavy slide. We had that
The wave
discussion.
slide, yeah. Can I guidance myself to do this?
Sure, yeah, you can.
You said advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're working together.
On this-
19.
Okay. You don't feel the ship respond in any way.
Like, it's completely...
If it's...
It's not like the city where I've interacted with it.
It doesn't give you that sort of strong response.
Okay.
Is there any piping that leads to the ships from the deck?
Do...
No, you can, this is free floating in water.
I...
Unless they're, like... The only thing that you couldn't account for is if there's pipes leading up to the ship from below. And just from logic, you would likely go, why would they have permanent pipes affixed to the bottom of the ship like that?
I put my ear to the deck and knock. Does it sound like there's, like, a cavity below? Or does it sound solid?
It sounds like there's definitely something below.
Okay. I pull out my piece of Aurat Mall. I'll try and manufacture stairs with this, yeah? Do you want to help me?
I will help you.
Do you want to help, Nines? Do you want to help, Captain?
Oh, absolutely. Reaches
Why-
his hand out.
You want to help, Dole?
Let's... I'll picture a set of stairs going down.
Why are we doing stairs? What happened to slide?
Because it's hard to get back up a slide.
We can just make stairs later.
I don't want to use the Aurat Mall constantly for everything. And we'll try and do what we did with the rope before, but convert the deck, part of the deck, into stairs going down.
Okay. Make a wisdom check with advantage.
That is completely on that side. Nat 20.
Okay.
So
Why are we
25.
burning it all in this session?
25.
You feel the ship begin to kind of connect with you, but it can't quite bridge the gap. And you lose the connection.
I think we have to come back to this.
Is there?
There, now, the lower decks are inaccessible, but there is one place on the upper deck that is,
Oh.
Yeah, we need to explore this.
and it's a map room that sits below the flying bridge. It's not a captain's quarters in this ship. It's a map room. You only know this because the captain, as you enter, comments about this must be a navigation room, and shows how this very large table has many navigational instruments and charting tools on it. So he suspects that this may have been a more this is a more precise ship. That this ship seems to have a bit more of a purpose
Do you
than
think-
just mercantile.
Was it like scouting or?
It could have been. It could have been some sort of scout vessel.
Is this maybe Jarella's ship that he used to find looking for the clans?
I keep telling you, I don't have speak with boat yet. I can't just ask it.
It could be. In this this map room, which sits directly below the, like I said, the flying bridge where the helm is. There's nothing here, save for the navigational tools and the table to lay a very large map or chart out on it. But there are none of those things here. There's no maps, there's no charts. It's very bare. But there is one framed piece of the mosaic.
Okay. So we're missing one mosaic piece.
Yes. It seems.
Well, I guess we're going.
Up that hallway.
Yep.
All right.
Do you want to deposit those two before you head on?
Might as well.
Might as well install them.
Yeah. I'll add them to the mosaic as we go by.
Okay. As you place those, then they go thump, and attach themselves to the wall. You place those two. Now there's only one spot that remains. And the mosaic begins emitting its own light. You see it bring more illumination to the area around you. And there's little bits of light that are seeping through between the tiles.
But we're missing a piece.
Zoria, can you make out what this picture is?
Can I make any sense of it, or is it way too scrambled?
It's extremely scrambled.
Now,
There,
okay.
you can see there are faces. One looks like it might be Jarella.
Well, now that it's glowing, can I move it now?
Yeah, try sliding it now.
As you, there's only one open spot. Everything else is occupied. And as you slide one of those tiles over, you understand that they can now move. And that's
So
where
we
we're
are
going to
not
end today's session.
So we don't have to.
There was an empty space for where it slides
Do
to.
the slidey puzzle thing.
Got it.
And now we have a whole session where she's going to print out a picture, and then we're just going to sit there for 40 minutes.
She already
Oh
has it.
no! Oh no!
Yes, that is exactly what you're doing. So next week, when we have a session, I'm going to be making a space on the table where the battle map normally is. There will be a grid, and there will be roughly one open spot on it.
And 743
And many
little
pieces that you have to maneuver within that spot.
We'd like to apologize right now to our ear watchers who are going to have to hear us trying to figure out a puzzle.
No, put that one left. No, move the other one. No, I mean the other one.
This may not be the absolute best podcasting material,
But it will be fun.
but watching you guys solve a slidey puzzle should be pretty entertaining for me. When you, I'm gonna say, when you come up with,
Sorry, your
And-
culture sucks.
when you come up with an entire island city, this massive, this is like the size of Detroit. You're walking around in it, and it has multiple layers underground and a huge story and all this arc. You start to really get out there with like how you think about puzzles. I last session I threw mathematics at you with pressure and multipliers and additives and subtractives, and now and you fought an MMO style boss with like multiple phases and things that you had to figure out on the fly, and it didn't kill you.
Mostly.
It
Tried to eat
it
one
tried
of
to
us.
eat one. It tried to eat all of you, but it was eating one of you. So now comes the slidey tile puzzle.
Well,
You remember those things when you go to the dentist as a kid,
They had
and you
those
get one of those
little,
little, like
like,
single
9
slide?
ones.
It would be like a 16 slot puzzle with 15 pieces in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that, just giant.
yeah. Did you ever figure one out? You ever get it finished?
We're gonna need a
Oh
ladder.
yeah, they were one of my favorite things. I loved going.
We'll have the
gonna-
captain do it for us.
This is like 10 feet tall though, right? So we need a ladder.
No, we need the crane.
Or
I'm going to
Olsef.
attach Olsef to the crane, and we're just going to swing him around.
Move me around, moving the puzzle pieces.
Let's do that.
There might be a reason that I put cranes in here.
Yeah, so Nines can play with it. The
You
world
didn't-
is my plaything.
You never had your crane fight.
So,
I hope the city planner got fired.
we'll see how that turns out next week on Dice and Dungeons. Until then, Dungeoneers, stay safe, take care of yourselves. We love you, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.